What's going on, everybody? And we are live. This is Johnny K Picks, and alongside me, I have Cody from Blood Money MMA Bets, and we're going to go over our picks and predictions, and probably most of our bets, at least. I don't know if I probably have a couple more later on for UFC 272 Covington versus Masvidal. So be sure to check out Cody's page, YouTube channel if you haven't already, and subscribe. Check out mine if you haven't already, obviously. And don't forget to hit that like button on the live stream right now. So let's get going here. Smash it. So how's it going, man?
How you doing tonight? You good?
Pretty good. Finally got it going.
Got over the technical difficulties for the most part, anyways.
Exactly.
Finally get to do our good show. This is going to be a good show right here for a good UFC card. UFC 272 is going to be awesome, man.
Okay, so let's get into the first fight. Let me bring it up real quick. I forgot to do that.
Okay.
How's it going, Travis? Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming out. I'm going to try to get to everyone's comments more this time, so let's do it up here. All right, so the first fight we got is Dustin, Jacoby, and Michal Oleksiejczuk, or Zaychek, however you want to say it. You want to go first or me?
I can start off if you want.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
This is gonna be a good fight. I'm surprised this fight's actually this low on the card. You know, I figured this would be a higher. It's gonna be a good fight. Two strikers. You got Oleksiejczuk, who's got real good boxing, good pressure and stuff for about a round and a half, where his cardio gives out. In this fight, I bet Jacoby. I got a straight bet on him, and I put him in a parlay. I just think Jacoby, he's 3 inches taller. He's 6'3", versus Oleksiejczuk's only 6 foot, and he's got 78-inch reach for 74. And when you're talking just a striking match, them are good attributes to have. He's got way better kickboxing. He uses his range real good. They're going to be in the big cage that for this UFC card. This is a pay-per-view. And it's so the big cage is going to help Jacoby, but I just like the fact that he'll be able to box with Oleksiejczuk. I mean, his whole camp should have basically been, you know, just like good boxing. And I believe he's going to be able to tear up his lead calf, his calf. And Jacoby's got real nice calf kicks that you've seen against like John Allen and Grisham when he fought him. But yeah, I just think he's going to be able to beat him up. I don't know if he'll finish him unless Oleksiejczuk gasses out, but yeah, I just think Jacoby's a way bigger dude. Oleksiejczuk looks like he could almost fight at 185 if he wanted to lose the weight and stuff.
Yeah, man. That's what I was thinking, too. He's a smaller guy for a light heavyweight, but he holds his own, though. That's the funny part about it.
Yeah. I mean, he beat like, who was it? Terrible dude. John Volante. He beat him. He beat a couple other guys coming up, but as soon as he ran into like Ovin St. Preux, like got up to the tougher competition that could actually take his blows and then give them back, that's when he started getting beat up a little bit. Like Ovin St. Preux, Von Flue choked him. He was beaten. He just went nuts on Ovin St. Preux's body the whole first round and then gassed himself out. And then Jimmy Crute showed against him, you know, that he doesn't have great takedown defense and he doesn't have a really good ground game. And I don't know if Jacoby's going to use that here. Like I said, Jacoby's a kickboxer. I've seen him do a little bit of groundwork, but I just think, like I said, with Jacoby just being a bigger dude, it's going to be a striking match. He's got way more options. I think he's going to be able to piece him up. I don't know if he will get the finish, though, but I just don't see him beat by a straight boxer.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think I have every one of the things you said on my notes, too. I had Jacoby's the bigger fighter. He likes to keep his distance. He manages his range very well. Like you said, Michal is more of a boxer. So Jacoby has a little bit more weapons in his arsenal. He has kicks. He also has good punches too, as well. Michal does push forward a lot, so he does like to stay in the face because he's going to be the shorter fighter, and he's going to be the less. His reach is going to be less too. So he needs to keep or push forward to like get closer to him. But he has good combos as well. But yeah, I don't see a finish. Both these guys are tough. Yeah. And I actually have a bet on the over 2.5 rounds, and I got that at minus 110. I think it might be a little bit. It might be like minus 105 plus 100 right now. But either way, I mean, I'm taking a stab. I think both these guys will it'll get to the judges' scorecards. But I do see Jacoby winning this by decision. That was my pick too. He's just the better fighter, I think. More weapons. He's more dangerous, I think. So
yeah, I like that over. Neither one of these guys are like one-shot knockout guys.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, Oleksiejczuk did last fight, but that Russian dude he fought last time was terrible.
Yeah.
And it was in a small cage, which helped him a lot. But yeah, I don't think either one's like really one-shot knockout guy. And if you watch both of them, the first round, that's going to be your most dangerous round because both of them like throw a little more, but they both kind of slow down in all their fights once it settles in. So, like you said, like Oleksiejczuk versus Modestas, Bukakis, like first round had a lot of fireworks and stuff in it. Well, a lot of Oleksiejczuk actually teeing off, but it slowed down a lot in the second and third.
And then also Jacoby has good cardio too, because remember in the Kudalaba fight, Kudalaba was taking him down for 2 rounds, and then he came back in the third and got a 10-8 round to make it a draw. So that was a pretty good cardio showing right there by Jacoby for sure. So I think Jacoby's going to outlast him for sure.
Yeah, he should. He should definitely. Yeah. I got him at like a lock. He's one of my better picks this week.
Yeah, he's definitely in my like top. I would say top 4 for sure of the night. I really like him a lot. All right, so we got one more person coming in here. What's up, Ahmad K? How's it going, man?
See, I don't know how to see the chat. I see this button, but I just don't want to hit too much stuff. You know how?
Can you see it now?
No.
I know you're using your phone, so it might not show up. I'm not sure.
Right. Yeah, I could see it on that the StreamYard stuff, but not on this. I can't.
Okay.
I'm not being able to see any. But you can go. I love to hear people say if anybody says anything.
Hey, if people say anything, I'll say it for both of us. How about that?
Cool. Yeah.
All right. So let's go to the next one here. So it's Ludovit Klein versus Devonte Smith. So for me, I got Devonte Smith. Klein is taking this fight on short notice. He's going to be the smaller guy. He's moving up a weight class because this is a lightweight fight. Yeah. And he's a smaller guy in general. Like when I saw him fight featherweights, I actually thought he should be a bantamweight. But he doesn't have the greatest cardio either. He looks very good in the first round, though.
Yeah.
Like his kicks are very technical. He has really good technical striking. But as the fight goes on after the first round, like he starts to fade a bit. And with Smith, the most dangerous round for him, I mean, he can knock anybody out. But the first round, that's where he's going to be the most dangerous. And he tends to fade a little bit as the fight goes on as well. But he's going to be the bigger fighter. I think he's the more powerful striker. I wouldn't say he has cardio issues, but he just starts to just slow down a bit, I guess, if you want to say. So I got Devonte Smith. I think he's gonna catch Klein in the first round. I think he's gonna be just too strong for him. Yeah,
it's hard because they put this fight together so quick, but everything you're saying, like Ludovit Klein, he's gonna be smaller, coming up that weight class. He's gonna be 2 inches shorter, 4 inches of reach less. They're both explosive, but I feel like because Ludovit Klein's like 2 different fighters. When he's being able to push forward, like if you see him in regional stuff where guys are kind of scared of him, even against Nate Landwehr, and Shane Young, the dude he knocked out his first fight in the UFC. Like, when they're backing up, like waiting to see what he's throwing a kick, when he's put on pressure, he's way better. That's when he can land his head kick. He had 3 head kick knockouts in a row before he got beat by Trezano. But like when he fought Trezano had him backing up like the whole fight and had him on the and I think that slowed him down a little bit too. And he tried to grapple Trezano a couple times and it didn't really work. But when he's backing up, he's not the same fighter.
Yeah, it's like he can't kick or uses he likes to high kick a lot too and kick to the body. But I mean, it's gonna be hard for him because Devonte's a bigger guy this one time. So
yeah. Plus, I mean, if we had any question about Ludovit, and Devonte can grapple a little bit, so I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't come out in the first round and try to grapple him, take him down, and wear him out a little bit. But
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, if you're kind of having suspect gas tank issues when you're fighting at 145 on a full camp, it's going to be tough coming in on a week notice. But like you said, Devonte Smith, I don't know if he has gas tank problems because he has a lot of early finishes and stuff. But like you said, against Mullarkey, he put a beating on Mullarkey and went hard that first round. And when he came out in the second round, he didn't look near as explosive. And then once Mullarkey got him up against the cage and pinned him down, was just hitting him with knees, and it kind of looked like he gave up. But he also took a lot of big body shots. So
that's true. Yeah,
I didn't bet this fight. I just stayed away from it because it's like, I mean, plus to me, Devonte Smith, I've seen him hurt. I've seen him hurt in a lot of fights. Like I've seen him even Justin touched him in the first round, had him wobbled a little bit. So Ludovit Klein could easily come out here and start him in the first round. I wouldn't be shocked. But like you said, bigger dude, full camp, all that. I'll take Devonte Smith. I'll take like second round knockout, maybe first. But I see violence in this fight, so maybe just the line on the over under would probably be nice.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, Devonte Smith has either finished like KO'd his opponent or he's been KO'd, and he's 11-3. So I mean, I don't see this fight going the distance whatsoever.
No, and these guys are both lightning fast, and they both throw heat. So
yep.
You know what the line is on the over under?
I could look it up real quick. Let me look it up.
Yeah, I don't have anything in front of me on it.
If I had to guess, maybe like the under is gonna be like -150 or something, but let me just double check with that.
It's 1.5 by 1.5 rounds, though.
There's a lot of fights this weekend that are 1.5. They start out at 1.5, so I'm like, wow.
They're expecting some violence this weekend.
Yeah, I think there will be. Let me just real quick.
There's a couple grudge matches, couple striking matches. I definitely like.
Oh, actually, the under 1.5 is +115, and the over is -145. 1.5.
Yeah, and they both kind of get finished when they get finished, and they both win by finish when they win. So it's like
it's true.
But I mean, it's just that 1.5 rounds. But I think the most action is going to happen in that first or second. But I would definitely take. I mean, if you're going to take Klein, I wouldn't think you'd take him by decision. I think you'd have to take him like first round knockout or something.
Yeah, I see. I'm looking at Devonte's record. A lot of first round finishes. I mean, he's been finished in the third round, first round, second round. Most of his. Go ahead.
John Gunther got Devonte Smith. I think he armbarred him something a long time ago, and then Colin Worthy knocked him out, and then Mullarkey. So yeah, all his like finishes and Klein, I mean, I know he got finished by Landwehr, and I think he got finished by this other dude too. I was watching a European guy just recently. I can't remember his name though.
Is it Lucas Sawajewski or something like that? Maybe.
Yeah, I watched that guy fight for somebody for some other tape study I was watching.
Yeah, he usually gets a first round knockout, or he gets finished later in the fights too. So he's won decisions before, but he's mainly like a knockout guy or get knocked out guy.
Right. Yeah. Devonte Smith was smart, man. He would come out grappling, get him up against the cage, get that blood flowing and stuff, and try to just wear him down. Because I mean,
he's gonna be the bigger fighter, and might as well just ragdoll him a little bit, you know?
Yep. Johnny Cage. So yeah, I got Devonte. I seen a story because he's from Cleveland, up by where I'm from, and he said that like he wanted to be an MMA fighter his whole life, and he joined the wrestling team in like 9th grade just to do that.
Oh, really?
But everybody called him Johnny Cage. He said nobody even knew to his senior year what his real name was. He said they thought that was his name because everybody called him that. So this he's tough, man. He's been wanting to fight forever. So
nice.
Hopefully he wins, man.
Okay. So we got another let's go from MJJ. I don't know who that is. That's a weirdo. I know who it is. It's okay. Okay, let's go. People are a little shy. It's okay. This is only.
You know what? I think these might be the comments here, but it has a little lock on it. And like I said, man, I don't even want to hit no buttons. You want to press? I don't want to press the left.
Yeah, this is all new to me too. So hey, we'll roll with it.
It'll get better.
Yep. Okay. So next fight, let's move on up here. It is Tim Elliott versus Tagir Ulanbekov. Who do you got here? Tagir, sorry.
In this fight, I'm all over Tagir. Tim Elliott, like I always fade him against anybody that's decent that has any cardio because he doesn't have any cardio and he doesn't have any like dumb punches. His last fight though, he did make it close against the one dude, Mateus.
Nicola.
from Brazil. Yeah, he made it close with him, but Tim Elliott, like, he's real good. He comes out in his first round, he's throwing his little herky-jerky strikes, but he does a lot of wasted movements. He's got pretty good wrestling. Like, if he can out-wrestle a guy, he has a chance, but he still gasses himself out when he wrestles. He pretty much, like, gasses himself out doing anything. Like, if you see, like, the first round is going to be close, but the thing is usually Tim Elliott at 125 being 5'7" is, like, a lot bigger than his opponents. Most of them dudes are like Benavidez, like 5'3". But he's not going to have no height or reach here advantage. Like, they're the same height, and then Tagir has 3 inches of reach on him. And to be honest, I think Tagir is going to have the better wrestling in this fight, which is, you know, like, that's a big part of Tim Elliott's game. So, I mean, I think Tagir is going to be able to beat him up standing up. And then that first round will be close. If you're a live better type of person, if you watch the first round, it'll probably be close. But I expect, like I said, by the second, third, I expect Tagir to start taking over. But he could take over in the first because, like I said, anybody with better wrestling than Tim Elliott, he has a huge problem against some guys because that's his, like, go-to. Because the striking's good. It's awkward. It's weird. He can, but he's not going to hurt nobody or nothing. But yeah, I got Tagir. I think he's going to be able to out-wrestle him and definitely out-cardio him. You've seen in his wins against Bruno Silva. Even that last guy, I see a lot of people saying that they don't think Tagir is all that good because his last fight was like the split decision. He shouldn't have got it. But, like, dude, the first guy he beat Bruno Silva, he's super tough. Like, that dude's he's well-rounded. He just had, like, murderer's row when he came into the UFC. And then the last dude, that Nascimento dude from Brazil, that dude's a beast too. That dude's going to beat a lot of dudes in the UFC with all his submissions and all that. So, I mean, he didn't look that great, but he survived all the submissions, was on top, all that. So,
yeah, I mean, the guys that he fought, I mean, they're not like, you know, like trash cans, if you want to say. Like, these guys, he was coming up in his first debut against Bruno Silva. So that's a good fight. I mean, yeah, I'm with you too. I took Ulanbekov as well. Elliott's just a little bit unorthodox with his striking. Actually, he keeps his arms, like, really far down, and I just, to me, that's always a red flag. I don't care how good you are. I know Bobby Green does that, but I'll give him a pass because he's good. But Tim Elliott is not Bobby Green. Let's put it that way. And like you said, he's not that great of a grappler. It's his, like, bugaboo. He's been submitted a lot in his career, which is not going to be good in this fight.
He gasses out and then he gives up.
Yeah,
he's a good BJJ and all that stuff. But if you watch any of his losses, like even the biggest thing when he fought Jordan Espinoza, who's terrible, right? Like, he's terrible. He's terrible. He fought him, and, like, you could see where Tim Elliott kind of wanted to give up in the third. Like, and he was on top. He probably had like 12 minutes of cage control, like 12 minutes on top control. And then after the fight, dude, Tim Elliott was, like, dying. And then he did an interview, and it was right when James Krause started coaching everybody and stuff. And that was his coach. And he was like, man, he's like, I didn't win that fight. He was like, James Krause won that through me. He's like, I wanted to quit in there. He was like, I was so tired and all this. He said that's Krause. I
was gonna ask you if he's still with James Krause because, you know, he's known for just cardio for days.
Yeah, but he'll never have car. You see all this stupid spinning shit and all the stuff he throws. Like, he's just never had cardio. That's why he's got so many losses. Like, the dude's good, but he goes real hard. If he can overpower somebody and dominate somebody, then he'll that's where he gets his wins. But man, when it's somebody that can, like I say, wrestle with him and with his BJJ, he ends up going so, like Brandon Royval. If you watch him fight Brandon Royval, he was like taking Royval down, had like 4 or 5 takedowns in the first round, was holding him down. By the second round, he got 1 takedown, got reversed, and then choked out because he was just gassed out. So if Tagir, like, that would be the best way to go. If Tagir just wrestles him, I think he could gas him out and get a finish, get a submission.
Yeah, for sure.
Second or third round.
Yeah, that's what I got too. I got Ulanbekov winning by submission. Like you said, he's going to be the better fighter here. I even think he's a better striker, to be honest. I mean, it's close, but he doesn't need to strike with him. That's the thing. And all he needs to do is get the fight to the mat, and it's going to be over after that, probably second round. I mean, because Elliott has a good enough gas tank for 1 round at least. So I don't think he's going to, unless something fluky happens, who knows?
Right. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I got him in the parlay with somebody up here in a little bit.
I was thinking about adding him in the parlay, but I don't know, maybe later on if I find something good. I haven't touched this fight.
I hate parlays. It's just that, man, like the last couple fights, there's just last couple cards, like a lot of them, and +2 or -200 and above people, you get like 2 or 3, and that are just like close to even money or maybe like a good underdog. That's why I've been playing a lot of underdogs lately. It hasn't really paid off, but it's like
it'll pay off sooner or later.
Eventually, if you're Klein hits the underdogs, I guess, but
maybe sometimes.
Right.
Not really. Let's move on up the card here. Let's go to Umar Nurmagomedov and Brian Kelleher. So this is probably the no-brainer fight of the night, if I will say. I love Brian Kelleher, though. Don't get me wrong. Good guy. Like, he's funny. Got a great guillotine. But man, I mean, his striking is improving. I wouldn't say it's horrible, but it is pretty decent. But yeah, Nurmagomedov has him covered everywhere in this fight. I don't, unless something fluky happens, like I said, with maybe a Brian Kelleher guillotine.
Some slick.
Something crazy. This is going to be a pretty much domination fight by Nurmagomedov. And I think he's going to win by submission, but who knows? He could go to decision. I can see a decision too, though.
Right. Yeah, like half of Nurmagomedov's wins are decision, half are finishes. But his last finish against Morozov looked real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said with Kelleher, pretty much the same stuff. Like I got wrote down. I mean, he's got his really slick submissions. He's got decent stand up, decent wrestling and all that. That screen.
What was my bad? I clicked something. I'm just testing the waters here.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, you have messages or something?
Yeah, I mean, you could see the messages on the side.
No, it came up, but I couldn't see nothing. I don't know. It's kind of like out of them. But
you're good though.
Yeah, with Kelleher, man, he got a decent body. He's like decent everywhere, not great nowhere, except he does have the submissions, the slick submissions, and then he had the knockout. He hit Hunter at 0 with that knockout, but other than that, you're not really seeing him knock people out. Like I said, Umar's got him covered everywhere. Umar's kicks, man, his kicks are crazy, dude. He kicks to the leg, body, head, super quick. Excellent takedowns, wrestling. He's got the jiu-jitsu to actually back it up. Dude has a real stiff jab, which I think he's going to use a lot. Great head kicks. Yeah, I'm with you. I got Umar. I'm not sure. I don't know if he's going to finish him or not, because he's got to stay safe. Like you said, he's better everywhere. But Kelleher does have a knockout punch and a slick submission game, so you got to stay safe. So I think it's more likely to go to decision, but man, his striking's so good. That's what he did against Morozov. Like, he didn't just take him down and choke him out. He started beating him up, standing up in the second, and then dropped him, and then got on him and choked him out. So I didn't put him in none. I didn't see that much value in it. You know what I mean? He was minus like you're not, and it could easily be, where Boom Kelleher hits him with the guillotine, or hits, so it's like, got to add enough value, the freaking squeeze worth the juice or whatever, man.
True. I think I'm not going to say there's a lot of value by any means, but I have him in one parlay. I mean, it's just like a safe, secure parlay. Like, this is the safest one, like safest fight on the card. I'm going to throw him in. I'm going to throw him in with Kevin Holland and I think someone else. I can't
just
remember.
To add a little. Yeah, and that'll add some value.
And just to bring it up just a touch, because this is the one that if you want to add a little bit of value to your parlay already, might as well throw that guy in there. I think he's going to win. He can lose, but I mean, what are the odds? Let's be honest.
I mean, minus like 600 or plus 600. Plus 600.
Exactly. Yeah,
bro. He's money, but it is like most people most people that he's going to fight aren't going to be kind of like super talented. And well, that's what I'm saying. Kelleher ain't a super talented knockout guy, but he can. Yeah. But the submissions are slick, so we'll see. But I didn't bet nothing on him.
Yeah.
We got any watchers in here? Any viewers?
Yeah, we got 12 right now. They're just being a little shy. They're being a little shy in the chat. So go ahead and put some comments in there. We'll get to them eventually.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Thanks for watching us, man. Finally got a good live show. I think this is our second one that we made.
Yeah, this is our second one. We tried doing it last week, but we had some technical difficulties. So we're all good. We figured it out. I mean,
once we figured it out, we end up talking for like 4 hours.
We're not super young pups here, so we figured it out eventually. We'll just watch some YouTube videos and we'll figure it out.
Right. It's the whole old dog, new tricks thing for sure.
Exactly. All right. So we got
we can pick some winners. I'll tell you later.
That's right. All right. Next fight we have is Marina Moraz and Maria Agapova. The Bad Blood feud. Yeah.
You want me to start this one?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do this one.
Yeah, this is going to be a crazy fight. And I mean, both these girls are crazy. I'm sure you've heard all the rumors about them training together, ATT, and all the crazy stuff going on.
Partying and calling people out with the drugs and whatever.
Yeah, you can do it. But I mean, that's kind of good in fighting. Not the whole drug, but the crazy person like Agapova is, like, that's good in fighting. As long as she don't come out like against Dobson. That kind of crazy where she just minus 1,400, like, I'm gonna come out and kill this girl, and just went retarded. When she that was
dude, no, I remember that fight. I was like blown out of my mind after that fight or the first round, and I was like, this girl can't do anything in the second round. There's no way. No way. And that was the first time I ever saw her fight too. So I don't know. I think she might have had one other fight before that, maybe.
Yeah, she fought on the Contender Series.
Okay, I didn't see that fight. Yeah.
Cortez, but then she fought, I believe, Hannah Cyphers and knocked her out. But dude, a funny story, really quick, about the Agapova Dobson fight. My buddy, who didn't know anything, like he likes fighting, but he didn't know anything about it. He would just like text me during UFCs and be like, "Hey, let's bet on this. I'll bet you $100." Like, we would bet $100 back and forth. Yeah. And by the end of the night, it would usually be like, plus or minus 200 most time for him losing. But dude, he texted me, I got 100 on Dobson, because he would just look at the girls, right? He would just look at the fighters. He didn't even know that much. And I'm like, Agapova's minus 1,300. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take that bet. So I put 100 on, and dude, she came out and got beat down by the guy. I was like, that's the easiest $100 I've ever made. Nope. But yeah, man, if she comes out and fights normal, like she did against Mazo, like she did against Cyphers and her other opponents, dude, she's tough to deal with. Like, she's like top 5, because she's like a special talent. She's fast, she hits hard, she throws straight, she's got good kicks, she's super tough. She's got the Sean Strickland crazy going, which I love that. That's like another attribute, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
She's pretty good everywhere. And like I said, for a girl, she's super aggressive and she's super powerful. Now, Moroz, she's good too. Like if you watch any of her fights, she's good. She's a Ukrainian boxing champ. Her mom was like the Ukrainian boxing coach or something like that. She's good everywhere. She's decent in grappling. She's got like quick hands. She doesn't throw a lot of power. She's really a decision person, but she's tough everywhere. She's got good striking. It's just that her striking with Agapova is going to be landing power shots on her. And Agapova's she's got 1 inch of reach on her, but she just throws long. She's always at the end of her punches. So I think that's going to help. Agapova just can't get wild and out of control, because even though Moroz is a boxer, she's got decent wrestling. Like, I watched some of her other fights. I mean, I've watched a bunch of them, but if she can get on top like she did against Mayra Bueno Silva, she won 2 of them rounds by getting her down and landing, being on top control, because Silva was kind of beating her up, standing up with clinch knees. She's not that good in the clinch, but yeah, Agapova just has to not get wild, not get out of control, and get taken down and all that, and not gas out. And she should win this fight 8 out of 10 times. Like, she's got way more weapons. She's younger. She seems to just be better. But MMA, so you never know. But I got Agapova with Ulanbekov, who we just talked about. That's my parlay. I got them. I got 1.85 units to win 2 units on that, and got it at like plus 116 or something. But I like that. I feel like I said, I feel like both of them guys, they got decent opponents, but they should be better than them pretty much everywhere the fights go. So
yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I got too. I got Agapova winning this one. I do think she's going to get the knockout in the second. Because like you said, she's going to be the stronger fighter, and she's going to be the better striker, I think, as well. I think her strikes are a little bit quicker than Moraz's, and she is a good boxer, like you said. And Moraz is good on the ground, but I don't see this fight going to the mat whatsoever, because this Bad Blood, they're going to want to strike with each other. And I'm kind of the only worry that I have with Agapova, though, is that craziness, if the emotion's going to get to her. And she's going to overcommit, overpunch, overswing. Her cardio is going to give out again. Maybe not as bad as the Dobson fight, but something crazy like that. I did bet Agapova in a parlay as well. I think I have her with Rodriguez, And I did have it with Fiziev as well, but Fiziev's canceled.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see Agapova. She's just a better, more explosive fighter in this matchup. But yeah. I mean, the only thing that just kind of scares me is that emotion in this grudge match, if you want to say. And that's like the deciding factor for me, what'll happen or not. So
I think after taking that beating that she had to take after the Dustin loss, like I think she learned her lesson from that.
Yeah, I think so too.
If she comes out and fights anything like she did against Mazo and Hannah Cyphers and just fights at range, takes her time, she's gonna win this fight easily.
Yeah,
and she should look like minus 500 doing it, but
100, yeah, for sure.
We'll see. Moroz is definitely tough. She's called the Iron Lady, so I mean, she might be there till the end, but just as long as what's like I said, Agapova don't get overzealous and get taken down, we're good.
Yep. All right, so we got some comments in here. Let's see. We got Abel Polanco says, got Umar in one parlay, but he didn't add too much value, which is why I didn't throw it a lot on it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we were saying for sure. He's not going to add too much value, but it's a safe pick though. So don't be mad that you did it for sure.
Yeah. It's not a bet you should be having to sweat when it starts or nothing like that, like some of these other ones.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. And then we got Agapova all day.
I'm with that.
Yeah, for sure. And then we got a funny man in here. Says best butt buds in the biz.
Oh shit! I don't know about that.
Well, let's not go that far, but
Weezy and DFS are pretty good. They're pretty good, buddy. Although me and Johnny are going to meet at the UFC March 26th, man. He's going to the one in Columbus. I'm going.
Yeah, I'm pumped for that one. They need to stop messing with the fights, though.
Right. Unless they just want to put, they could put if they want to throw Hamza. What if they would have threw Hamza versus freaking Burns on there?
Dude, that'd be great.
Like once we lost Blachowicz, Jan Blachowicz, man.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, I don't know if that was going to be a great fight. I think that was going to be a lot of Alexander Rakic. Like, even when they do fight, holding them up against the cage and going for takedowns like he did against, like, Anthony Smith.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a great striking battle. That's why I kind of
because I think Glover kind of exposed Jan a little bit right there, and I think a lot of people are going to follow that game plan right there. So,
right. But, dude, the one we got now might not be much better. Dude, I'm going out to Reno, too. All my shows coming up are going to be tough because I'm going out to Reno next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend. Then the weekend after that, I'm going back home for my 40th birthday and staying up there. Then the weekend after that, we got that UFC. So I got like 3 shows that are shot crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy for sure for you. That week is going to be crazy for me. So,
yeah, I'm going to see too about going to the weigh-ins and stuff because I might be off for the whole month of March because we've been laid off of work for a while.
Yeah.
Resistor parts or
for sure. Like I said, like I was telling you, I got the VIP tickets, and I think we have me and my wife have access to the weigh-in, so that'd be fun as hell. I'm going if it's free. Fuck it, let's go.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. All right, so we got a couple more comments to go over real quick, and then we'll go to the next one here. So Uncertainty said, "Who's you guys most confident underdog picks?" Well, we'll get to that in a second here, actually. Let's see. Another one is mostly dogs I like on this card. There's a lot of decent dogs that you can back. We're getting up to them though.
Right. Yeah. For me, we haven't got. We've only got to favorite picks. Me and you've agreed on every pick so far.
Yeah, we'll get to some. Here we go. Let's go up to the next one here. Gotcha. And actually, it is going to be Nick Negumereanu. I don't know how to say it, and Kennedy Nzechukwu, don't know how to say that either. So I'm just going to say Nick and Kennedy for this one.
That's what I did on my show, man. It was I couldn't figure it out.
So here's an underdog pick that I like a lot, and I actually think Nick should be the favorite. I don't understand why, because I just saw this on someone reminded me on Instagram, I believe, that Kennedy's taking this fight on short notice too, and I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
and that just adds another red flag to this fight for me.
Yeah. He was Nick was supposed to fight this dude that fought.
I think wasn't it the Ukrainian guy that was on Dana White Contender Series? I forgot his name, Igor or something.
Like 20-2. I forget his name. That dude he's real good though.
Yeah.
But, Yeah, I don't know what happened, but so yeah, Nurmagomedov or whatever his name is.
We'll just say Nick and Kennedy.
Yeah, he was definitely training he was in full camp. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think Kennedy, it's within the last 2 to 3 weeks. So
yeah, it's not like a super short nose fight, but still, if you're only going to have 2 weeks on the camp, I mean, that's not like having 4 or 5, 6 or anything like that. But
yeah, right. Yeah.
I got Nick. I got Nick to win this one. He's just a grinder. Like, he pushes forward. He has pretty good wrestling. He's good takedowns. I like his striking. I know it's not super technical, but he's a pretty strong guy.
Yeah.
And Kennedy is like almost the exact opposite of what I just said. Like, he's very big and very tall. He's very slow, kind of shies away from contact a bit. He likes to just kind of like cover up like this a lot. And I just can't back Kennedy on this one. I really just cannot back him. And
right.
I think Nick is gonna just finish him maybe in the second round once he gets a takedown.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Even Kennedy, like when he's really not that good, and he's definitely not that active. Like when he beat Darko Stosic, the dude that Mirko Krokop's boy, like that was a terrible fight. I don't think he even really won that. He just kept getting kicked in the balls so many times that the refs kept taking points. I think he took like 2 points from Stosic, but Kennedy basically like takes his beating, and then the dude's gassed out. He's a walking heavy bag kind of.
Yeah.
You know? Like when you get it, like Oldberg got beat by a walking heavy bag. Like he beat the shit out of the heavy bag until he got tired, and the heavy bag was there. But like you seem to get Dao Jung, hit him with the elbows, took him out. But Dao Jung's a big dude. That's a little difference here. Like Kennedy's gonna have 5 inches of height, but he's gonna have 5 inches of reach. But he usually has like 8 or 9 inches of reach because he's got 83-inch reach. But he doesn't really use it. You know what I mean? He throws a lot of hooks. He's got really good uppercuts. That's the only thing. Because I'm with you. I bet Nick. I took him as an underdog. He's like you said. He's probably gonna be the favorite by the time this fight starts. I think
the line's not even moving that much. It's like I think he's at plus 125 right now. So I don't know.
On a couple of the ones I'm seeing, like my bookie and sports book, he's down to like plus 105. I got him
really,
for plus 135. Yeah, I use my bookie and sports book just to look up. I don't bet online. Can't trust myself. I'll be chasing passes, all that stuff, dude. So
I like how you do it. To be honest, like if my casinos were closer, I would do that all the time. But you said yours is like an hour away too. So mine's like 45 minutes away at the very. Maybe an hour, actually, pretty close.
Which one? I go to the Southern Indiana one.
The Caesars, or not Caesars. I'm sorry.
What are they?
I think it's Caesars Sportsbook, the one.
Yeah, I go because that's who I book.
Is it a horseshoe? Do you go to the horseshoe one?
I wish I
I have a horseshoe where I'm at, and that's a Caesars Sportsbook.
Because there's like a Belterra one too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, man. Because like. You get your bets. You're like, I want these bets. You go in, put your bets in, man. There's no cash now, no nothing. Like I put a lot of mine in early in the week. As long as I got them, like that's the only thing about the casino. You can't. It sucks for getting an early line sometimes, and then for the over unders. But yeah, man, it saves me from chasing bets. Like this is all I used to bet online. Then I'm winning UFC money betting on football or whatever, just because it's there. I'm bored again, so I cut all that out. Like I said, I go to the casino. I walk in. I don't play blackjack, no slots, just straight. And I used to, you know what I mean? I'd go cash my tickets in, be like, all right, do this, and it just took me years to figure out how to so I can build this bank up, you know, not lose anything. Because I want to bet and not gamble. Because I mean, a lot of this stuff's just gambling. But
true.
I like to bet, but yeah, I'm on you with the Nick on this. The only thing I was going to say is he likes to come in. He keeps his head down and stuff like that. Throwing shots. He's got really good cardio for how aggressive and he fights. You know, pushing the pace. He's always in the guy's face. But Kennedy throws nice uppercuts. That's the only thing I'm worried about is him coming in with his head down a little bit, and he's going to be the shorter dude. So, but other than that, as an underdog, like. Yeah, if there's even money, it maybe seem like to stay away from this fight.
Yeah,
but we got the underdog, and it's like you said, the guy you think's going to win and should be favored. I'll take Nick.
Yeah, why not?
Probably like, I don't know, man. I don't know what the over-under is, but I don't know why they just came out and just decided, because Nick looked good knocking out Ike Villanueva, and he looked pretty good against Alexa Kmart. Like, that dude's pretty good himself.
And like in that fight, the Kmart fight, he was pushing him up against the cage for the most of it. So he was, like I said, he's kind of just grinding. He's a grinder. So
he is.
If he can do that with Kennedy and eventually get the takedown, like that's going to nullify anything Kennedy could even potentially do. And he can't do too much, like we said.
Right. And Nick's got a solid chin, dude. That, I mean, Kmart was hitting him with bombs, dude. Ike Villanueva hit him with a couple shots, but man, that dude takes him and he's throwing bombs back. So, but he's, like I said, he's got that little grappling in his background. His cardio looks to be real good. So he's not one of these dudes like Danilo Marquez or Carlos Ulberg, who's going to beat the shit out of Kennedy and then gas out and end up getting beat. I think he can beat the shit. Like if Kennedy goes and shoves up against Cage and he goes and puts a 15-shot combo on him, I think Nick's going to be able to do that in the first, second, and third round. So
100%.
I don't know who came out and was like Kennedy and Nzechukwu, whatever his name is, should be minus 170 or whatever he started, because it's crazy.
Yeah, that's a bad line, I think. And I think they're just sticking with it. They're doubling down on their bad line.
Got to, when you find them good lines like that, like I put 150, 1.5 units on them and pay 200. Yeah, I like it.
Let's do it. All right, so let's go over some comments here. So Sue Money says Jan not winning. I believe that as well.
That's debatable.
Travis M said that was me who reminded Johnny K about it was Kennedy being short notice. I think he was the one on Instagram. Thanks for reminding me.
Good info.
MJJ said smart. I think that was regarding your casino betting, which is very smart, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's not, it took me years to figure all this stuff out, man. Like I like doing the capper stuff, but I've been betting for a long time, and I do this capper and just try to help out. Sucks though when I have a bad week like last week. I mean, I only lost 1.5 units, but everything.
I mean, it happens. I was going back and forth every other fight. Like I would win like 2 or 3 units, then I would lose 2 or 3 units, then win 2 or 3 units and lose 2. I'm like, oh my god, guys, come on.
It's tough though, but I mean, there's guys that just lose 2 or 3 units every week. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say any names, but I watched a couple shows of people, and like I swear to God, I go to their channel to watch it to see who they pick, just to be like laugh, like and
then kind of just fade them. Like, yeah, I'm going to pick the opposite of what you do.
But then there's some really good people, but yeah.
So Abel said such a low level fight. I think people are betting Nick as a fade on Kennedy, but Nick is very sloppy and hittable as well. Kennedy is a physical freak. I bet on the fight doesn't go to distance, which is probably a good bet. I like that bet.
Yeah, Kennedy's a physical freak, but he don't use.
He doesn't. Yeah, he's so slow. Like he's not an athlete. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. He's not really an athlete, but he's so big. He's not like a Johnny Walker. Like Johnny Walker is big, but he's athletic. He has no chin, but he's athletic.
It's crazy. Kennedy's the African savage because he's like the nicest dude in the world.
Yeah.
Like I mean, if he was like a madman, like if Kennedy and Nzechukwu had like Sean Strickland's personality, dude, he would be unstoppable.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But just I mean, he's a good guy, but I'm hoping. I think this is gonna be a lot because dude, Nick's a dog, dude. That dude's a real fighter. So I think this is gonna be a lot of cage work, a lot of grab holding him up against cage. And as long as he don't gas out and just stay away from the big uppercuts and stuff, he should be good.
I agree. Zero Bob said Ulanbekov, Holland, and Nurmagomedov parlay. That's a good one.
Parlay. I like that one. That's smart.
Oh, welcome bout betters.
Kennedy has no
chin. Yep. He's on Nick.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. BS or BCS Express said hello. How's it going, man?
BCS Express, that's my guy. What's up, bro? What's up, man? Welcome back from your vacation. Hope Peru was awesome. He went to Peru.
And then he said that your Instagram bet ticket Caesar Sportsbook. So wherever that's at.
I think it's Caesar Southern Indiana.
Okay.
But it's definitely Caesar's because that's who I book like when I go out to Vegas and Reno through that. But yeah, good looking out on that too.
Yep.
Gonna post a bunch more bet stubs tonight too.
All right, let's go on to the next one
Follow me
here.
on Instagram to check if anybody to follow me on at Blood Money MMA Bets on Instagram.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You have Instagram, you have Twitter, Blood Money MMA Bets. So go follow him. Yeah. Follow me as well. Johnny K Picks, real simple. Yeah. Both. Yeah. So we post our bets and all that good stuff. So
see that we really do it and put our money.
Yeah, exactly.
And if we lose, I lost with you. You know what I mean?
Yep. All right, so next fight is Marina Rodriguez, and I'm not going to pronounce the first name or last name, so we'll just say Jan.
Jan.
Is this going to be our first disagreement of the night?
I think so.
Okay, well, I'm going to start it off because I want to get my say in first.
I got here. Okay.
So Rodriguez is definitely going to be the better striker here. She's going to be the more technical striker. She has very good jabs, very quick straights. She's really good at countering as well. She can fight off her back foot because, I'm not saying Mackenzie Dern was the greatest striker, but Mackenzie Dern was pushing her back a lot, and she was countering her all the time.
Yeah.
And Jan's good too. She's a good striker. I don't think she's as technical. She likes to throw a lot of, like, when she pushes forward, she likes to throw a lot of, like, those, like, hooks a little bit. She doesn't go straight in. So I think that's going to be like something to watch for because I think Rodriguez is going to catch her a couple times good. I don't think she's going to knock her out by any means, but she's going to land a couple good, clean shots here. But for me, like the little red flag, though, is if Jan wants to try to wrestle with Rodriguez, that might bring this fight a little bit closer in my eyes. I do think Rodriguez has pretty good takedown defense, too. But when she gets on the ground, that's where I'm like, oh boy, she's not getting back up. So that's the dice you got to roll if you're going to bet Rodriguez. I did bet Rodriguez with Agapova in a parlay as my all women's parlay, even though I tell myself every week, do not bet women's MMA, and I still do. I can't help it. I just can't help it. It's my vice.
Yeah.
But I got Rodriguez winning by decision this fight. It's going to be a good fight, though. Very good fight.
I got Jan. I put 0.45 units to win 1 unit on her.
Okay.
She's real good. She's top 5 girl in the world, like for sure. She lost to Carla Esparza the last time. Carla Esparza's wrestling so good. I think that made a lot of people, even like the odds makers, kind of sleep on Jan this time because she's really good. Like if you watch her striking is really good. It's like you said, she throws straight down the middle. She'll come in with like 5-6 punch combos. She's actually, when she's not fighting Esparza, who's got the best wrestling in the division, when she's not fighting Tatiana Suarez, but when she's not fighting someone like that, when she fights Gedalia, Kolakevich, Angela Hill, she's the one that's getting the takedowns and landing on top, and she's got really good striking. I mean, she's beat, like I said, them girls I just named, all 3 of them, she beat them when they were, and they're still good, but even a couple years ago when they were even better. Marina Rodriguez is usually like a pretty decent amount of size bigger than her opponents. Like you said with Mackenzie Dern, I think it's like 5'2", so she had like 4 inches of height. She's used to being bigger. She's only going to be 1 inch bigger here, and with 2 inches of reach. And I bet Jan, if this was a pick'em fight, straight pick'em, I would probably go with Rodriguez, to be honest. But like, if you're going to give me, I got her at plus 235, and I think this is going to be like a really close fight.
Yeah.
So the odds just for me were way off, but I'm not saying Jan's going to come in here and just dominate Rodriguez, but I just think it's going to be really close. It's women's MMA. It could be a split decision. She's had some real close ones. I got to take the underdog in that. And I watched Jan, and Jan is really good, man. I'm telling you, she's been fighting before that loss to Esparza. She hadn't lost in 10 years. And like, granted, she only had like 10 or 11 fights, but they were all against pretty good, tough girls. And she's just real tough. She's one of the tougher Chinese fighters. Like Weili Zhang.
Yep. Song Yadong's pretty good.
Yeah, and Song Yadong. There's your 3. But this girl's super tough, man, and she's going to be in there every second. Her bread and butter striking. And if Marina Rodriguez bread and butter striking, that's what they're both good at, and that's what they're going to do. I don't see Rodriguez, you know what I mean, just like dogging her, just making it look like
No, yeah. It's going to be a really good striking match or fight, whatever you want to say.
I'm giving Marina Rodriguez more power, though. Yeah. And she uses more kicks. She uses more elbows and stuff like that. Okay. But like you said, Rodriguez ain't going to try to take her down. No. And if she does get some takedowns,
that's going to make the fight close, I think.
Rodriguez is really aggressive off her back with elbows and stuff, but still, it's not a good look if you're down there, like you said, for 3 or 4 minutes in a round. But
Yeah.
I'm going to take him by decision just based off the fact that should be closer. The line should be closer, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, that I 100% agree. The line's a little too wide. I would maybe do like minus 180 plus 140, whatever that line is, like right there around that range.
It's a top 5 girl in the world. You would think when Rodriguez, when I got this, she was minus 275, 280, because I got my girl plus 235. You'd think she was fighting a replacement fighter. You know what I mean? She was fighting Vanessa Demopoulos or something. Like, Jan is like top 3, 4, 5 girl in the world at that division.
Well, I think when the line
good fight, it's gonna be a great one.
Yeah, I think when the line opened up, actually, I think Rodriguez was minus like 300, and then immediately it dropped to like 250, and I was like, I'm okay with 250. I do think she's gonna win. That's why I took her in a parlay, but I wasn't gonna touch her actually at minus 300. I thought that was way too wide.
Right, because that's when somebody's just going to dominate. And I don't, like I said, I don't think in the women's striking, when both the women are good, I mean, and I don't see a knockout and that girl's tough, it's gonna be good. But like I said, it's not like I went and put two units or nothing.
Yeah. It's
but
just
I put 0.5 to win one because I just got a feeling and I know it's going to be that close. But
yeah,
I feel like I wish I would have put more, but because it like the sports book and my bookie, like they have Jan at plus 200 right now, so it's gone down a little bit.
Yeah, it's coming down.
But like you said, maybe Rodriguez minus 180, 170, 160. Because
I was thinking around that range. That's where it should be.
What's
say?
chat saying? What's the chat got to say about it?
Yep, I was gonna get that next. Actually, you beat me to it. Let's see. Abel said exactly. It is insane how he took every punch Olberg threw. Unreal. That was with Kennedy. Yeah, he took a lot of punches in the first round, and then Olberg had nothing.
Yeah.
MJJ said, "Yay, Bout Better is here." Oh my God, Bout Better has a fan. Look at that.
Okay.
Look in the chat here. Okay, so we got Bout Better saying, "I'm also on Oleksiejczuk." I can't say the name.
Michal. Whoa, Bout Better. Whoa.
That's dicey. And then he has to go back to work. Good luck.
Bout Better, I'm out.
Bout Better, I'm out. I just gotta say my piece. I'm out. Thanks for coming out, though. I appreciate it.
Drop some pearls, drop some gems, and roll out. I get it, but Oleksiejczuk ain't winning.
Zero Bob said, "Yeah, I probably wouldn't bet Kennedy my first. That was to fade. Should have looked at his record." Yeah, I mean, I just don't like.
Should be 8-3 because he really didn't beat Darko Stolchik, and that dude's terrible too.
Yeah.
So I'm not that high on Kennedy, man. His 2 wins were against guys that totally gassed out. Alberg gassed out and Danilo Marquez gassed out. Like, he survived, but I don't see Nick gassing out. So.
No, I don't either. And then, but actually, Bout Better said one more thing before he left. He said Rodriguez's line is so wide, and I agree. Maybe not so wide, but
another thing, my last little tidbit about that fight too that it helps sway me a little bit is that Rodriguez is 35, almost 36, almost 35. So she's getting up there. Yeah, 32. She's in her prime, but I mean 35, dude. That's getting up there.
Yeah, I think in a couple more months it looks like she's gonna be 35. So this is her time now. You know what I mean? Like, she needs to put together a couple more wins. I think she gets her title shot personally.
Another thing too is two fights ago she was plus 300 to Amanda Ribas. You know what I mean?
So she looked fantastic against her.
When she caught her, but I mean, like she got all that respect because she caught Ribas, and then she beat up Michelle Waterson over 5 rounds, and Dern, Dern good, but. I think this girl right here, I don't know, Dern's so dangerous when she gets to the ground.
Yeah, but it's just the ground game. I think when I think Rodriguez slipped in that fight, she didn't get taken down because Dern doesn't take down anybody.
Right. Yeah.
And then when she slipped, and I think Dern had like 2.5 minutes to work with on the ground, and I'm like, oh, this is over.
She had her in all the positions, and she survived. That's the first girl. It's the first girl I've seen in the UFC survive with her on the ground.
You got to give her a little bit of credit there.
I do. No, Marina Rodriguez is tough, dude. This is going to be a legit fight.
Yep.
If it was even money or closer, I would have been on Rodriguez. But
100%. And then Sue Money said Rodriguez is no way losing. See, I got another one right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it could happen. I mean, she could come out here and start Xiaonan, but I just don't know, man. It's gonna be tough. Yeah.
All right. So let's go to the feature fight of the prelims.
She's related to Petra, Giannis, what somebody was telling me. She's got some of that blood, so
maybe. So the feature fight for the prelims is Jalin Turner versus Jamie Mullarkey. And who you got here?
Me?
Yeah. We'll let you go first.
This to me, this fight is just like last week's Rodriguez Petrosian, where I just stayed away. But I'm taking Mullarkey. I'm picking Mullarkey to win, but it's a gamble because you don't know. Like in that other fight, I mean, that easily could have went the other way. And like anybody, I don't think anybody really knew what was going to happen in this fight, man. If Jamie Mullarkey looks as good as he did against Devonte Smith, I don't see why he can't come out here and beat Jalin Turner because Jalin Turner, I mean, he's good, but he's kind of got a dusty chin. He's been knocked out 3 times, and been kind of quick. I mean, one was Vicente Luque, but Jamie Mullarkey, dude, is tough. He's going to be in there the whole fight. He's got good wrestling, good jiu-jitsu, decent jiu-jitsu. It's not like killer, but it's good enough. And he works the body really good. And Jalin Turner's 6'3", tall and skinny. And you've seen that's what he dropped Devonte Smith with, just getting him up against the cage. His clinch was sick and just dropping knees to the body, good body shots. I can see that's what, like I said, I'm picking Mullarkey. I didn't bet him, but I'm just like real. I would like to talk to somebody who's real confident on Jalin Turner. Maybe you are, and to tell me why, because man, Mullarkey's he's just a junkyard dog, dude. And I think if the things get tough, Turner's going to be the one that's going to be getting stopped and finished way before Mullarkey. Mullarkey's a dog, but Turner is good. He's well rounded. He's got really good striking and knees. He's got a good clinch himself, so. I'm calling Mullarkey. I think like Mullarkey by decision, but dude, it's gonna be a scrap.
Yeah, this is probably I would say this is the closest fight for me. I kept going back and forth. And I was so close to picking Mullarkey, like, or even betting him too. And I was like, I should just stay away from this fight. But I ended up switching roles here, and I picked Turner.
Okay.
I think I'm not confident whatsoever, though. I'm picking Turner, though. I do think he's going to be the bigger fighter, a little bit bigger height wise. I think the reach is about the same. He might have like an inch or two advantage, but I think his striking, he's a little bit more powerful in his hands. I think his range is pretty good. Another thing that's like a little like tidbit is like he's pretty good with submission. So like if he catches somebody, he'll get a club and sub in like a second. He is like really quick. He did that like I think 2 times in his last 2 fights. Like he knocked him down. I think it was Brock Weaver. Let me look real quick. Yeah, Brock Weaver and Medic. Like he knocked him down and then he wrapped up a submission. It was so quick. And so that's something to look for too, because if he catches Mullarkey clean, and Mullarkey's a tough guy though, but if he catches him clean, it could be a quick submission. But like you said, Mullarkey's good though. He's well-rounded. I like his wrestling too, which that's what he needs to do if he wants to win this fight. Yeah. But I just think Turner can stay on his feet and just kind of pick at him a little bit. And as the fight goes on, I think both these guys are going to start wearing down just a little bit. And then it's just going to be like, it's going to go to a split decision or something like that. And then whatever happens. Like the judges, I swear to God, I don't even want to go to the judges, but they are crazy.
It makes you want to quit betting. Like on some of these fights, doing some tape study real quick for on Miranda Maverick. And like, I watched that Macy Barber fight, but I think like I might even have had Barber, so I didn't really care. But man, I rewatched that fight, and for anybody to be able to give any judge to be able to give Macy Barber that win, like, dude, but like Maverick clearly won the first and second round, like clearly. And then
do you remember it was last year? It was Amiv versus I can't think of his last name, but it was that was like the worst robbery.
Gave Amiv the win.
Yeah.
And I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember the guy who they said won, but he like Amiv won all 3 rounds, and
they gave it Roberts.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And then Macy Barber and Maverick was right under that. Like that was the top 2 robberies of last year. I'll always remember those 2. And because I bet on the person that lost, so I'll always remember it. I'm like, this is BS, man. But
I hate that. There's nothing worse. Like I even thought like that Victor Altamirano fight, right? That was one of my losses.
Yeah.
The first 2 rounds were super close. You could have gave him to either one. And then Morano, in my opinion, won the 3rd round. He landed a takedown. He was landing like more shots and everything. Altamirano was. And I thought he like clearly won. Like at the end of the 3rd round, I'm like, yes, like it's going to be 29-28 close. But like even when I went to split decision, I'm like, Altamirano won that. And because the other dude really didn't do much. He landed some shots, but not like, I don't know. But
I'll be honest. I picked Hernandez. I thought he won 29-28, but it, like you said, it's like they didn't really do anything to sway anybody one side or the other. Like it wasn't a robbery.
2 rounds, but then the 3rd round, like Altamirano, I feel like was putting it on him a little bit, and then like was pushing it back. Was he even landed a takedown and all that, which he wasn't getting nowhere close to a takedown in the 1st, 2nd round. He was wearing on him a little bit, but yeah, man, like that was close. It's not like a robbery, but I just thought my dude won. I was like, he freaking won. And that's not as bad a feeling, I don't know, as if the freaking Serkinov lost. Because like I thought he had it after he survived that stuff, started beating him down determined, and then got the takedown in the 2nd. I'm like, all right, man, he's got this. And then,
he was looking in deep water right there, and then all of a sudden, in an instant, it was just instant.
No men get armbarred from guard. Like,
no, that's something you would see like in women's MMA, like someone that's really good armbar specialist, and then bam,
maybe a females hit on, but like, Misha Serkinov's a black belt himself too, dude, to get hit with that.
Yep.
But I got Mullarkey in the fight.
I was gonna say this fight's gonna be real close, man. It can go either way.
Did you put any bets in on it, or
no? I'm staying far away from this fight. I'm gonna sit back and just watch. Like, I don't even care if my pick wins. It's gonna be a good fight. So
I just hopefully it's a good chaotic fight, man, like it's a Riddell fight or something like that. That's what like worried me too, is when you've seen that, like get Jalin Turner, Matt Frivola, that kind of worries me, because I mean Mullarkey ain't as good of a wrestler as Frivola, but he's up there with it. He's not too far behind. And like Jalin Turner slowed down a little. He didn't gas out, but in his 2nd and 3rd, when they were on their feet, his punches just weren't as solid. He just in 3rd, he couldn't even. Frivola was getting the takedown. So, and Mullarkey, Frivola had no stand up in that fight. Like anytime Frivola was standing up, it was just looking for, like, Mullarkey's going to be able to hold his own standing up too. I think Mullarkey's actually pretty big too for a 155er, because he's 6 foot himself. So
I think Turner's like 6'3". So I mean.
Usually, and that's another big thing too, is people I think are getting a little overhyped about Turner, because his last 3 wins are against like bums, dude, like that Kutalao dude or whatever. That dude, he fought him on short notice in Australia, the Josh Kutalao, and that dude fights at 145. Then he beat
Brock Weaver,
who's fucking terrible, and then he just beat Euros Medic, who we thought was good because we seen him beat up terrible people, but so really, and then we just seen Mullarkey knocked out Kama Worthy and Devonte Smith, so he's beating better guys. So
that's true.
I can't call it.
Either way, it's gonna be close.
Yeah,
that's all we can say.
Yeah, sir.
All right, so let's go to some comments here. We got a few here. BCS Express says, one thing about Rodriguez is Waterson was able to take her down. Rodriguez struggled on the ground. Yeah, she does struggle on the ground when she's on her back, 100%. Zero Bob said no distance. I'm thinking that's for the Rodriguez fight. I could be wrong.
Oh, maybe probably no for Mullarkey Turner. He's probably.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. If it's from, I can see that. I could see that for sure. Someone might get knocked out. Travis said Turner versus Mullarkey is getting overlooked. Such an even fight in my eyes. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who could be really confident in what. Like, if you're like, I got Turner, are you like, he's just going to go knock Mullarkey out, or he's just going to beat him up over 3 rounds? And then if you got Mullarkey, you're just like, he's just going to wrestle him down. I don't think anybody.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of people.
But a lot of money came in on Turner, because it was pretty much even money there a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I think he's minus 160 now, 150, 160. So there, I mean, if you're gonna bet this fight and you want to take a stab at it, I would bet the Mullarkey side.
Yeah,
there's value. There's value on it.
Values there. But this is a really good fight. It's a good matchmaking. Like top.
And there's a reason why it's the feature fight for prelims too.
Right.
John Snow said Hernandez clearly won. I agree with John Snow. And then Travis said, I also thought Altamirano won, Cody. So you have it's 2-2. It's 2-2.
Travis. I bet Travis picks great on Tapology too. So
yeah. All right, so let's go to the main card here. So we got our I think we're gonna disagree. Sergey Spivak versus Greg Hardy.
Yeah. 310.
Who wants to go first?
Tim Hardy Greg Hardy he's gonna take KO Spivak, man.
It better be in the first 2 minutes.
Spivak's lost 2 times in the UFC to Walt Harris and Aspinall. Both of them's 5'5" athletic dudes. He can't hang with them. And his last fight, Spivak came in at 238. I don't know what he's gonna come in here, but he better not come in like that or it's gonna look like Dawkins Lewis. Spivak ain't a guy that just comes in and shoots in for a takedown, you know what I mean? Like double legs you. He's more of like wanting to grab you and pull you down and body locks and stuff. He caught a couple of Tai Tuivasa's kicks and took him down, but he was like head and arm in Tai Tuivasa. But you see Tai Tuivasa is getting taken down by Derek Lewis, so his takedown defense is terrible. Hardy hits hard, dude. Like you seen him rock Tai Tuivasa. When he hit Tai Tuivasa, they would have put Spivak to sleep. We've seen that, and Spivak don't like to get hit, in my opinion. But also, dude, I don't see Spivak. If you watch Spivak versus Marcin Tybura versus Greg Hardy, that went a round and a half before Tybura was able to even get close to get in on a takedown, right? And Tybura, he like demolished Spivak when they fought. Like he just dominated him the whole fight. If you watch that, Greg Hardy was piecing up Tybura in that first round because I had bet Tybura because I don't like Greg Hardy. I don't like him as a person. I don't like him nothing. But then I think the only time I ever bet on him was against the one tall dude with like the afro he fought that he beat real quick, Juan Adams or something like that. But yeah, dude, I just think Spivak, he's bad against super big, athletic, powerful guys, and I don't think he's going to be able to come in and get that takedown. I think the shots that Hardy was hitting Tybura with would end Spivak too, because he don't like getting hit, dude. And Tybura has like 15, 20 pounds on Spivak too. So
yeah,
I don't like Spivak. Like he's never really beat nobody great. He beat Tai Tuivasa the one time, but he just like kept wrestling him down. But like Tai Tuivasa ain't as big and athletic as Hardy, and he ain't he's got terrible takedown defense. So, but I'm with you. Hardy has like 1 round and 2 minutes of gas. You know
I was going to say he has 2 minutes of gas in the first round, and that's it. Because that's to me, yeah. So for me, I can't bet Hardy. Like I just do not like him. I mean. I don't like him as a person. Like you said, I don't like him as a person. I don't like him as a fighter. And he does have that KO power, but I mean, almost every heavyweight has that KO power. So to me, that doesn't really mean that much. But like you said, though, Spivak does kind of shy away from being hit.
Yeah,
especially in the Aspinall fight. But Aspinall's on a different level than Hardy.
Walt Harris ain't.
Walt Harris, all right, that was a bad loss, but I think that was earlier in his UFC career, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's his first fight in the UFC.
I mean, I just think I really think this fight's going to be played out completely different than what a lot of people think it's going to be. I was thinking about it today. So I think both guys are going to be scared of one another because Hardy's not going to want to get taken down. And then Spivak is not going to want to get knocked out. So we might see like a whole like little circle dance thing for like a round, like a half a round, and then something's going to happen. I don't know if Hardy's going to rush in and try for a knockout shot, or if Spivak is going to go for the takedown and get it maybe or not. Who knows? But I just think Spivak's going to win it. I just can't bet. I can't bet Hardy. I just can't do it. I know it's not a good excuse, but I just can't do it.
I mean, what you're saying could 100% happen. Come out. I mean, he could come out, like you said, he don't need more than 1 or 2 takedowns, because Hardy's going to gas out anyways, even without.
I was going to it's 1 takedown. And like, unless it's like towards the end of the round and the round saves Hardy, Hardy's not getting up. He's going to get finished with a sub or ground and pound.
It's going to have to be like a slip, though, because if you watch Hardy fight, like he moves around a lot and he's so big and athletic that's what I'm saying, though. By the time he fights, he's going to be 310. And if light in the ass Spivak's only like 240, dude.
Yeah,
that's 70 pounds is going to be like you seen like Juan Adams, the one when he fought Juan Adams tried to shoot in on Hardy. Hardy sprawled and just started pounding him in like 3 shots, and the ref stopped it.
Yeah.
Like he's a giant dude, and Spivak, he ain't that athletic. Like that's Spivak's problem. Like if he can he's a grinder guy. You know what I mean? He likes to grab you, pull you to the ground, and grind and stuff, but. The thing is he ain't going to be able to do that, in my opinion, in the first round, and he can't take a punch. So it's like, and then Hardy, like, I would think these odds would be way closer. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm with Spivak can easily come out and win, but like, it should be almost a pick 'em, because this is another one where you're like, well, it's either he's going to get the takedown or he's going to get knocked out. And you've seen that guy get knocked out twice, but you've seen this guy get taken down and beat up. So it's like, it's another one that should be almost even. I got Greg Hardy plus 180. I put
it's worth a shot. I mean, I'm not saying like he has 0 chance. His only chance, though, for me is like knockout in the first round. That's it. Like, I don't see him winning a decision. I don't see him knocking him out in the second round because he's gonna be too gassed. So if Spivak can weather the storm in the first round and maybe even just flat out lose it, like on purpose, I think he's gonna win rounds 2 and 3 or submission or KO. Like it's one. There's too many paths to victory for me for Spivak. So
it's weird because, like I said, I bet Tybura against Greg Hardy, and I was super confident. But it was like I said, it's because Tybura is tougher than Spivak. Like Tybura, he's a real top like 5'7" heavyweight. You know what I mean? And he can take a decent shot, and he's bigger. He's got that weight on him. But Spivak, to me, he's not. He's like a dollar store Tybura, because when him and Tybura fought, Tybura was like, he just beat him. He beat him in every aspect. So and then, like I said, it says, so I knew Tybura's tough enough to like take a shot, but Spivak, man, he gets hit once and knows another shot, and he just kind of goes down and covers up. That's what he did when he got Walt Harris flying, kneed him, and he just like was like scared. And then Aspinall, you could tell. I think he might have shot a shot or something on Aspinall, maybe once, but Aspinall's a bad dude. I mean,
I'd be scared if Aspinall's rushing at me too.
But dude, Greg Hardy's a big boy too, man.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see.
It's good.
I can't blame you, dude. It's one of these guys is going to probably look minus 500. You know,
it just depends on who you want to side. I mean, the value is with Hardy for sure.
Correct.
All right, let's get to some comments. I know Dirty Reg is in the house here.
Okay, what's up, Dirty Regs?
Let's see.
He's good, dude. He's on the Tapology page of BC Dave, man. He's good. He picks good.
Nice. So he said Hardy should KO Spivak, but no confidence in that at all.
I'm with you.
He also said Spivak gets on top of Hardy. Is it any chance he weathers the storm? I do not think so at all.
In the first round, but not the second.
Like, I don't even think so.
Pound and like submissions aren't that. Like Tai Tuivasa got up from under him like 4 times. You know, but it's not going to be. But Tai Tuivasa, that's crazy to say, but he's got more cardio than Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy's got freaking asthma. That's his problem. He's got asthma. And he goes out there. So like you'll see, dude. Even in the last fight against Tybura, dude, he was beating the shit out of Tybura the whole first round. Even in the second round for like the first 2 minutes, and then you see all of a sudden he just is like dripping giant things of sweat. You're like, why is he sweating so bad like that? Because dude, Tybura didn't get him down until the middle of the second. Because I had a big bet on Tybura, and I was like, holy shit! Because Greg Hardy was piecing him up. He hit him with like 5 straights at one point in the first round, dude. And like, I just don't think Spivak, and his hips are good. I think the value at plus 180. It should be a pick'em fight. It should be a pick'em.
He said standing should be a wrap for Hardy. If Hardy gets on top, should be a wrap. I can see that too.
That's another thing too, is if he sprawls out on Spivak or Spivak tries to throw him, he ends up
you don't want Hardy on top for ground and pound. That's just no bueno.
But I'm 100% with you. Like, if he does get beat the shit out of, then I won't be mad about losing my bet. I'll be mad, but I won't, you know what I mean? Because I won't mind his fucking ass get his ass whooped.
True.
So it's a win-win kind of. Either I win money or he gets his ass whooped really bad. So.
Spivak has 5 KOs and 16 fights. 16 fights, not enough pop for me. He mainly gets his KOs ground and pound. Like he doesn't. It's not stand up whatsoever. Yeah, for sure.
But this is the third 6'5" guy he's fought, athletic guy, and he's went to sleep with the other two. The other two, one needed 16 seconds, the other one only needed 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So
okay, well, if he can last at 2:30, he's fine.
Yeah, Cody actually seemed fucking likable at their little press conference thing, which it annoys me. It's like people deserve a second chance, but you know what I mean? Because
not that kind of second chance.
But it's like
not that second chance. Not in my eyes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, if he takes a fucking illegal dick kick, dude, and just like fucking can't walk for 16 months, I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, he was. He wasn't kicked out of the NFL, but I mean, he's not playing in the NFL. Well, okay, but he's not playing in the NFL for a reason. So I mean, that tells you all right there. Hardy's confidence through the roof. Still, I love that. Yeah, I mean, he has to be. He'll put on a show. Like he's an entertainer.
I think he knows too. Spivak's a bum, dude. Spivak's a bum. Spivak, like if he wasn't fighting, like
there's a lot of bums though in the heavyweight division though. There's like what 6 guys that are legit, maybe,
yeah.
So and a lot of them that are ranked like below 6 are bums. They're just straight bums.
All of Hardy's losses though are to good dudes, man. Like he lost to Tybura, he lost to Volkov, and he lost to Tai Tuivasa. Them are his losses in the UFC. Like
that's true.
All them do well, I guess besides Tuivasa, but I think Tuivasa now would be Spivak, but I don't know. I mean, he already got beat by him once, so
true.
That was in the midst of losing streak for Tai Tuivasa, doing too many Louis or something. Something.
All right, let's go up to the next fight here. Kevin Holland versus Alex Oliveira. So this is my lock of the night, and I know everyone is. Not everyone. There's some people that are still hesitant to bet Holland, which I totally get, but not in this fight. Do not be scared one bit. He's not fighting a wrestler. Oliveira is not a wrestler. I mean, he does go for takedowns like earlier in his career. His last like 4 or 5 fights, though, I think he might have tried 1 or 2 takedowns. But I mean, Holland's going to be the better striker for sure. He's going to be the bigger fighter. He's going back down to welterweight where he should have stayed all along. And all this stuff started happening bad for Kevin Holland when he went up to middleweight. And like those guys are bigger dudes. There's better wrestlers up there, especially like where he's at in the rankings. At the top, there's always good wrestlers. But I mean, I don't know why he wanted to move to middleweight, but I mean, he's back down to welterweight.
He must not like cutting weight.
I mean, he can get to 170, no problem. He was a small 185 though.
He said he woke up at like 189. Like that's just his walking around weight. Like he's got that win at 170 over Jeff Neal. If it's just a striking match, Kevin Holland, I mean, he's
and then Oliveira's on the decline. I mean, he's lost his last 3 fights. I don't see him. He's just outmatched in this fight. And in my picks video, I did go a little crazy. I went on the limb. I think Holland's going to get a submission, maybe like a rear naked choke, like a standing one. Just he's going to get in this like weird, like maybe Oliveira like overcommits and tries and he misses, and he's just going to wrap him up real quick, something like that. But Holland should win no matter what, personally.
Yeah, Oliveira is so hit and miss, man. Some fights he comes in to fight, and some fights it seems like he gives up. He's been losing a lot lately. I think his only wins are over like Peter Sabata. He has a win over what's his name, Max Griffin a couple years ago. Yep. But like that was a split decision. I don't think he really won.
Split decision, yeah. And he beat Peter Sabata, like you said.
Yeah, but other than that, everybody's even Nico Price. He got him in that last fight, which that was close. It came down to the end. So he actually came to fight that fight. But his cardio, if he comes and tries to wrestle real heavy in the first round, his cardio gives out on him. He's not going to, like you said, he's not going to really, I mean, for a little bit, he'll probably be able to strike with Kevin Holland a little bit, but Kevin Holland's super tough, man. He's going to take his, and he's longer, bigger. He's going to take his shots and give him back harder shots. And I think, like you said, eventually Oliveira is probably going to either get clubbed in sub or he's going to take a shot or something like that. I think Holland could snatch up a sub, or because like if Holland gets on top, Oliveira likes to look for ways out. If he can land some elbows and stuff like that. And I definitely think Holland's going to be able to beat him up on the feet with way more power. I think this is like a showcase fight. They want Kevin Holland to go to 170. So
yeah, I think I said in my video too, like this is a get right fight for Kevin Holland. Like I know he's been on a 2-fight losing streak, potentially could have been 3 if he wasn't like, what was it, headbutt with Kyle Dawkins or whatever.
Yeah.
That was gonna be his 3rd loss of like his last 3 fights. So he needs a win right here. I think Kevin Holland's gonna come ready because he knows he should dominate this fight. I don't think he's gonna be too cocky. I mean, he'll be a little cocky because that's him. But I don't see him being super, like before the Vettori Brunson fights. He's not going to be that kind of cocky. There's no way.
He's got a good chin. I mean, he's fighting with them 185ers and taking bombs. So, I mean, it's not like Oliveira should hit him with one shot and knock him out. And Oliveira shouldn't just submit him either. Because Oliveira, man, he's a good hammer but terrible nail. That's exactly what he is. If you watch him fight any fights, he'll start putting a beating on somebody in that first round, and then if they can take it and withstand it, usually about the 2nd or 3rd, he's giving up. That's why a lot of his losses are submissions or KOs, because he kind of quits. Earlier in his career, he wasn't that bad, but yeah, man, I just think that that Holland's going to be pretty much better than him everywhere. He's going to have 4 inches of height, 5.5 inches of reach. And on the ground, I mean, you've seen what he did. You've seen what he did against Jakar Souza. So if they go to I like Kevin Holland anywhere this fight is. More power, longer, bigger, can wrestle with him. I mean, because imagine being able to fight Cowboy Oliveira compared to Martin Vettori. You know what I mean? Feeling the different strength there is going to be
100%. 100%. It's not even like close.
No, so I'm with you. I got Kevin Holland as a lock. I actually have him in 2 bets. I had him with in a parlay with Rafael Fiziev. I got him at -240, and then Fiziev fell off. So I just, instead of cashing out, I'll just keep the 2. I have 2 units on him at -240, so it's to win like or to win like 0.85 or 9 units. And then
that's still a good bet though.
Yeah, and then I got him on another parlay, on a triple parlay, and we'll get to the other 2 dudes. Well, I got him a triple parlay with him and Dustin Jacoby and one more person.
Nice. I think I have Jacoby, Holland, and somebody else. I can't think of off the top of my head too. But,
Umar. I think I seen you one.
It was Umar. Yeah, that was like my safest parlay of the night. Like those are like my 3 safe bets.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I might even throw it. Like, I think Holland's up above -300 now, so I don't really want to touch that line. But if he goes back down like to 280 again, I might just double him up with another fighter that I really like.
240, and on this one, the triple one, I put in like 5 days later, he's -280. So
yeah, I got 240 for the first one, and I think I got 280 for the second one. So we're on the same page here. All right, let's go to the. Okay. Yeah.
And drinks are kicking in.
All right. So I'm going to go to some comments here. So RDO, what's going on, man? Is the beef between Masvidal and Colby fake or real? I think Colby is acting in a sense, but Masvidal took it personal, especially when his kids got involved. I think there is some kind of beef. I don't know how like big it is, but they are definitely, both of them are definitely putting on a show. More so Colby. That's just his little shtick with the UFC. He's going to be the heel. He's going to, just push everyone's buttons. He wants to be the bad guy. And I think there is some beef. I don't know exactly how bad the beef is, but I don't think it's as much as they're playing it up. They're trying to sell pay-per-views. Let's be honest. All right, RDO, Oliveira and Holland's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be a good fight. I just think Holland's going to overmatch him pretty much in everything. BCS said to RDO, thinking about RD. Do you think the beef, Cody? Do you think the beef between Colby and Masvidal is fake or real?
I think it's real. I think it's real because it's been so long, and like after Cody, like I thought at first, because I've heard both things, but I thought at first, like it was fake and that they were just doing it. That's what Joe Rogan and them said. But I thought they did it so that when Kobe would win the title, that him and George could make this big old fight and all this stuff. But then since he's lost the title thing twice, kind of lost some of his steam. And
well, also too, when I was gonna say when Colby had the title, Jorge didn't win. Like he couldn't get up there to fight him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like I just said when you were gone, I think there is beef there. I just don't know how crazy it is. I think they are putting it on a little bit of a show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I think there is beef, but maybe not as much as they're claiming. Let's put
they asked Greg Hardy about it because he was training there when they was there.
Oh, what did he say?
Like, I don't care. He's like, I'm not there anymore, so I can give you guys the details. He was like, ain't nobody going to beat me up anyways. And he was like, to be honest, he's like, Kobe's one of the greatest guys I've ever met. And then he said that about Jorge, too. So he's like, both of them are fucking great guys. And when the fight's over, they're going to hug it out, and they're going to be cool.
And if you saw
some shitty ending or something.
Just like with Colby and Usman. If you saw with the hot mic, like Colby was like, good job, man. I was just trying to sell some pay-per-views, something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing, but
I mean, that's what these guys, they're prize fighters, and some people don't get it. That Colby, like even McGregor, but like I said, you can go too far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can, and I feel like Colby kind of has, like, especially when you talk about like Usman's dad and shit. Like, you don't need to do all that, but. True. It's like it sells fights because, like they said, they don't care if you're there to see him win or see him lose as long as you're there. So, but you can say too much. But this, I like it. They're both kind of bad guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they both are.
We can't act like one dude's just like bad and another one. But I think the beef's there. Are we to that fight already?
No. I'm just going over the comments.
Oh, okay.
When you were gone. So RDO said, I know. I'm reading them off for you so you can hear it. Okay. So RDO said, I want to believe that the hype or the beef is real so much, makes the fight more interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Dude, there's beef there. I just...
You just don't know how much, like, how bad is it? Yeah.
Like, but if somebody's saying that bad shit about you and to the whole world, dude, you're a bad dude like Jorge Masvidal, like, you want to fucking really beat that dude up. Like, I know, you know what I mean? If somebody is really talking that shit like that.
Word. Yeah, Dirty Reg said, bold prediction for me on this fight. Holland won't find the KO he's looking for. I do think he wins by decision. I can see that too.
Maybe.
I think there's going to be a finish, but I can see Holland's going to win no matter what. So I can totally see a decision. I can see a submission. I can see a KO.
It really depends on which Oliveira shows up. If he wants to be there, if he's there to fight that night or not. Like, he was there to fight against Nico Price, but against like Rakhmonov, whatever. He wasn't there. Who else? A couple of Randy Brown. I mean, Randy Brown cracked him, but I think that's how this fight's going to go a lot. Like he was tearing up fucking Randy Brown's lead leg, though. So Kevin Holland has to watch his shit. But I like him everywhere. Yeah.
MJJ said, MMA on Point claims that the beef is real, but I doubt it. I mean, I'll say it again. I think there's some beef. I just don't think it's as bad.
With these dudes, with Jorge, here's what I'll say. Like, I think if they ran into each other like at a store, Jorge would want to fight him for the shit he said. So I think they do got a beef. It's not like he'd want to kill him, but I think he'd be like, fucking fight him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think if it was just them two, no security, no UFC, and they just ran I think Jorge would fight him. So I think the beef's there, but it's definitely, I mean, he doesn't want to kill him because he didn't pay his boxing coach fucking whatever.
There's more, there has to be more to that.
They're selling it, but it's going to be a good fight either way because both these dudes are dog fighters. Like, they don't really need a reason to even get in there and do this. To fight hard. Both of them's going to fight hard regardless. So.
Dirty Rag said Holland will want that Buckley type KO again. I just don't think he finds it. RDO said, I truly believe the beef is real on the Masvidal side when Colby talks about his kids across the line. Yep.
Yeah.
And then MJJ said, yeah, that's true.
It's like what Masvidal said on the Joe Rogan show when before he had his fight with Askren. He's like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, Askren said, because Jorge is like a gangster. So he was like, I don't give a fuck if I run into Askren at Whole Foods. He's like, I'm gonna smack him in the fucking mouth. So, and he wasn't saying nowhere near the shit Kobe's been saying, dude. But so I mean, Kobe's a lot tougher than Askren too.
True. RDO said my most confident pick of the night is Marina Rodriguez. I don't trust Holland. I'm cool with that.
That's gonna be a tough fight, but I mean, that's a good pick, man. I can't blame you.
Ali is 4-6 the last 10. Hard to be on board with that.
Who?
Oliveira.
Oh, okay. Cowboy. Yeah.
It's hard to.
Peter Sabata, and you know what I mean. He's not.
BCS said Masvidal played a tape today from 6 months ago where Colby called Masvidal his best friend, but Covington has been trashing Masvidal for almost 2 years, so something doesn't add up. I mean, I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
Usually when you hear two different sides of the story, they're never the same. There's always one person did something, the other person did something, and they don't link up.
And then there's the truth.
Yeah, and this is the only thing that I'm kind of sketchy on is if both of the stories matched up perfectly, then I would think this is 100% fake, because there's never a story about beef that's 100% word for word the same stuff. So they all have their different stories because they want to make them person wrong me because of this. That's not right. You know, it's just stuff like that. And I mean, they're playing the part. It's just how it works.
That's crazy. And then, like you said, with Agapova and Moroz, they're doing the same shit about it with each other. They're all out of the same. They were all in the same fight camps.
Yep. Yeah, that's weird. Actually, I didn't think about that. Dirty Rag, RDO. I don't think I trust, or I do think. I can't even read. I do think trust shouldn't be granted on Holland. I get your point, but I do think he wins. Debating on using in a parlay for me. I like Holland as the best parlay piece of the night.
All right. So ask yourself on that question, like, how do you see Oliveira beating Holland? Like a decision, and then I need to know, like, is he going to take Holland down in the first and second? Because he's really not just going to outstrike Holland, you know what I mean? And I don't know if he's going to be, because like I can see like playing every side and be like, hey, what can he do? But I just don't know where, because Oliveira, I don't see him knocking him out, and I definitely don't see him submitting him, and I don't see him really. I mean, you know, Holland's been working his wrestling, but he's been fighting such big dudes at 185 that Oliveira is not going to show him nothing new.
Yeah. Well, and the thing about Kevin Holland, he probably comes into the fight weighing like 190. Let's be honest. And middleweights come in weighing like 205, 210. So that's like 20 pounds more. They're going to take down Holland.
If you're going to take Oliveira, you might as well take him by decision, because I bet that's really good money, because I just don't see, and you know, the 85ers couldn't finish Holland, so I don't see, you know, Oliveira finishing him, who couldn't even finish like Peter Sabata in them. So
exactly,
if you're thinking, and that's probably like real good money, you know, real good money. So, but yeah, man, I'll take some dogs. I don't mind taking the dogs, but I just don't see how Oliveira wins. I see Holland as a lock of the night. Holland, Jacoby,
Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, Ulanbekov even to me.
Spivak for me.
All the first simple fade on Holland, but the research and better.
Yeah,
that's true, man. Because dude, Holland ain't gonna quit at no point. Is he gonna quit? Oliveira, he'll quit. I just don't see any way he wins. I try to play it out in my head.
Okay, all right, let's move on up to the next one here. So we got Edson Barboza versus Bryce Mitchell. So I think we're gonna disagree on this one. But I will admit I am not very confident. I think this is going to be a very close fight. Depending on how it plays out, let's put it that way. Because if this fight does get to the mat, it's Bryce Mitchell all day. But if it's going to be on the feet, it's going to be Barboza all day too. So it's just going to be like a little chess match for me. Obviously Barboza is going to be the better striker. He's fought the better competition. This is going to be Mitchell's toughest test as of yet. And I know he's a really good grappler. He's a really good wrestler. He's really quick, which may play some problems for Barboza because he's like a little like, I don't know, man. He's so quick to get that takedown. Like he can like just jump in there real quick and punch him in the face and then go for the takedown. Like that's how quick he is. And I don't know if Barboza is going to be able to stop that unless he just keeps his range with his kicks and beats up his legs in the beginning of the fight, because I picked Barboza. I do think he can stuff most of the takedowns. I do think he'll get taken down. I don't think he'll be submitted, but I do think he's going to win at least 2 rounds. It's going to be real close though. And I think the value though is on Barboza. I think the line for Mitchell is a little too high. I think this is closer to a pick'em fight for me, but I'm not betting this fight. This is another fight. I am staying away 100%, but I like Barboza to win. It's going to be a good fight no matter what, though.
Yeah, I'm on the Mitchell side too. I get it. Barboza's getting older.
Yeah,
and Bryce Mitchell, like you said, man, he's really quick. He's got really good timings. He's ducking under. If Barboza does kick, That's one of
he's gonna have to do the low kicks only, because if he goes for the body or head,
even the low kick, so that's the easy way to catch a low kick and get a takedown. The thing is, like Bryce Mitchell, though, if you watch against any like Andre Feely, Charles Rosa, who is it, Matt Solis, whatever, he's good at getting the grip too. Like even against Andre Feely, he was getting, and Andre Feely's a big dude, a big 145er with good striking. He's been a team alpha male his whole career, so he's got decent wrestling, takedown. He's got good ground. He's well rounded. He was able to lock him up, boom, in the first round, just pick him up and slam. So Bryce Mitchell's pretty big for 145. He's 5'10", where most 145ers are little. Barbosa's 5'11", but like I watched some more Barbosa stuff. Like I watched his Kevin Lee fight. I watched his Khabib fight, but just to try to see the wrestling, but that don't really count as much. But dude, Kevin Lee was able to do the same thing to Barbosa, back him up against the cage a little bit, and they just hit in, get a gable grip, and just take him down. And then the problem with which Kevin Lee, though, gets off a lot better ground and pound than Bryce Mitchell's going to get off. But that was also Barbosa 3 years ago, when he was even better.
And wasn't it up a weight class? Wasn't he lightweight?
Yeah, that was at 155. But here, and Barbosa, after getting taken down in that first round by Kevin Lee, in the second, he was so much slower and less explosive. Like his grapple energy is terrible compared to like his striking cardio, So if Bryce Mitchell and his wrestling's so good, his jiu-jitsu's good, but Barbosa, that first round, when he gets taken down, he's fighting to get back up and all that. He's got good jiu-jitsu and stuff. He's not going to get taken down and just submitted. But he can be held down. And like I said, if Bryce Mitchell's able to land 1 to 2 takedowns in that first round, grind on him, and he's good. He's one of the better wrestlers at 145. He's going to wear on Barbosa. And just like with the Feely fight, probably half this fight to be standing, half this fight to be on the ground. And I just see out of that, I say, because that's another thing that surprised me watching more tape on Bryce Mitchell is he's actually got pretty good striking. Like it's not great, it's serviceable. It's not like he's Chase Hooper where he's just, I got to get a takedown or I'm going to lose. He was landing.
I gotta spin and roll and try to get an ankle and hope for the best.
He can see he's got, like you said, great timing where he's throwing it overhand but ducking down and getting the takedown. Like he's good, man. And Barbosa's older. He's like Barbosa's not. I mean, you've seen against Burgos, he kind of has a one-shot knockout, but that was accumulation. You can even tell by the knockout.
Yeah.
But I Barbosa's takedown defense, he doesn't do great against some really good grapplers. Like, sure, he can stop Makwan Americani from getting him down because Makwan's he's terrible. He's not really good. I mean, but I think Bryce Mitchell's going to get him down in the first round. I think he's going to wear on him. He's going to take some shots. Bryce Mitchell's tough, though. He got rocked a little bit by Feely, but I believe he's going to be able to land, at least take 2 of the 3 rounds. It's going to be close, and when he does have to put it on the feet, it's going to be nerve-wracking. But I think the more kicks that what he loves to throw, he's getting taken down. And even up against the cage, from what I've seen, Bryce Mitchell is going to be able to take him down up against the cage, too. So I bet Mitchell. I got 2 units to win 1.3 units. I wanted to go more. I won them 2 parlays I put in for PFL and that, and I was like, what's free money? I won like 290, so I put 2. I should have put more, but yeah, I like Bryce Mitchell a lot in this fight. I mean, not a lot, not like a lock, but I do think he's going to win.
Yeah, no, I can see that 100%. I mean, it's going to be a close, good fight. Ooh. But one fight though, like this is one fight I'm staying far away. That Jalin Turner fight and Mullarkey, and this fight I just don't want nothing of. I'm like, it's gonna be a good fight just to sit back and watch. I'm not gonna worry about
the over-under on this Barbosa. The over, I think that's gonna, especially because Bryce Mitchell ain't submitting. He's not gonna submit Barbosa. Barbosa, I don't even know if he's
I think Mitchell's path to victory is to get the decision. I don't see a knockout, I don't see a finish or nothing.
No, and I mean, Bryce, dude, he's a good wrestler, right? And he's a lot younger too.
True, he's like 9 years old younger.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, and Barbosa just took that. Here's another thing that I was taking into consideration in my bet too is that, like, all right, so Barbosa just took that bad knockout by Giga, right? So he was going into that Giga fight probably training as hard as he could, blah, 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 because if he beats Giga, he's going up, and he was going for the title at 145. Now he lost that fight to Giga. He knows he's got like 4 or 5 more fights to try to get back to a title fight. So is he training as hard for this one as he was for the Giga fight? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's, like 36 or 37 or something? 35?
Yeah, I think he's 36 right now.
Like, did he lose a little bit of motivation? And it's just Barbosa's good.
I could see it. I could see it either way. This was like the second like closest fight for me where I just kept going back and forth with, and I just kind of just decided with Barboza. I'm like, all right, let's go with it. So the over under, it's 2.5. The over is -110 and the under is -120. So
really,
pick them.
And so if you're thinking it's going to go under, then they might as well just have -120. You might as well just bet Barboza, because I don't see how Bryce Mitchell stops Barboza. He's not going to admit him. So
I don't think so.
I would almost be willing to bet Barboza's close to a black belt himself, you know? So
yeah, I would think he pretty much has to be, right?
Yeah, so I mean, I like over at -110. I like
over. Yeah, I mean, that could be something to play on.
I'm going to the casino tomorrow. Trying to get in some bets for next week because I didn't have them out when I went the other day, and then I want to check out some PFL stuff. It's like girls though. I think there's a bell tomorrow, but yeah, I might check that out. I like that over. Bryce Mitchell Barboza over, man. I like that.
RDO said, "You guys convinced me. I'm thinking about doing a parlay with Holland." Let's see. Raphael said, "Yes, RDO. I did a parlay with Colby and Holland. That's a good parlay."
I like that. That sounds good.
Yep. Let's see. Raphael said, "Guys, I have to convince when Marina faced Amanda Ribas was hard to concentrate in the fight because I fell in love with Amanda's feet. It's so beautiful. But I catch with Marina. That's a good bet at that time."
Okay. I get it.
MJJ said, "Foot fetish, nothing to be ashamed about."
Not on Ribas.
Let's see.
We just lost that fight too on our thing. So
Yeah. I was looking forward to that fight. Johnny, I'm such a big fan of you. Would you let me see your feces? No, I will not.
Is that bow better?
I don't know. It might be. Let's just skip some of these comments.
Oh my God.
Dirty Reg said, "Good choice to stay away, Johnny K. Barboza is the pick for me. I don't think Bryce will have ever felt pop like he'll feel against Barboza," which is true. This is his biggest step up in competition here.
Right, but I mean, I think a lot of people also compare Barboza from the Barboza of years and years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, he showed it against Burgos, but that's someone that's just standing there trading 100 significant strikes with him. But I see. I mean, it's going to be a close fight. And if Barboza does stop Bryce Mitchell at any point, I won't be shocked. You know what I mean? Because Barboza's a bad dude. It's getting older, and Bryce Mitchell's a young up and coming dude, and grappler's always been Barboza's kryptonite, man.
That's true. Speaking of old guys, let's move on up the card. We have RDA versus Moicano.
Okay.
I have to pick RDA here, and if Moicano had a full camp, it would be probably a completely different pick, because this is still going to be a 5-round fight. Moicano's taking this fight on 5 days' notice. And I think he just got to Vegas after like a 20-hour.
Oh, he was coming from Brazil too.
Yeah, and like
he's getting in the 3rd or 4th or 5th round.
That's what I'm saying. I think RDA is going to be like, listen, I'm going to grind this fight. I'm going to win this fight. I don't care if I lose the 1st or 2nd round or both. I'm going to win rounds 3, 4, or 5 and get a finish or get a decision. So.
Right.
I mean, Moicano's good. I mean, he's going to have to get either a submission or a knockout in the 1st or 2nd round. Like, that's it. That's all he's going to have in him. I don't see.
He's definitely not submitting RDA.
No. So, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's a finish or nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that, because, I mean, RDA's been in there with the best on the ground. He doesn't get submitted. He could knock out RDA, but, I mean, RDA's only been knocked out, I believe, 3 times in his whole career, and 2 of them were before 2010. He got knocked out by Clay Guida and Jeremy Stevens in like 08 and 010, and then he got knocked out by Eddie Alvarez for the title. So, like, I know a lot of people act like he's like chinny, but he's not. I mean, and he fought up all them big 170 guys, and then now they come back.
That's what I was gonna say. He's fought at 170, and most of his losses are at 170. So this is 150. Well, it's 160 now, but
yeah, he used to fuck dudes up at 155, like Anthony Pettis and all the dudes he was fighting. But I think he was on some juice or stuff then too. But yeah, man. I don't see him knocking out RDA, and RDA's been training for a 5-round fight like a maniac. Like, if it was 3 rounds, you would you could kind of make a case, I guess, for because I just don't see him knocking out RDA. I see RDA, striking with him a little bit and probably being able to, I'm going to say RDA is going to be better at striking than Moicano.
I think so too.
And he's going to be able to grind him up against the cage. He's going to be able to land. He's got better wrestling than Moicano for sure. He's been wrestling Kobe Covington, Kamaru Usman, all them guys back to back to back, fighting them dudes. So he was just training pretty much wrestling. What's his name? Chiesa. He's fought a wrestler after.
Usman too. So
yeah, I don't know
Covington as well.
Because that wasn't at the casino. When I go there, I might put in a bet on RDA. I
was going to let you know. RDA is minus 165.
Really? Yeah,
that's it. I'm thinking maybe like RDA, and if you want to throw Holland's at 335, but even that parlay, it's going to give you plus money. That's a good safe parlay.
I'm going to be honest, because even the closer it got to the fight with freaking Fiziev, I was getting worried about the parlay I had with Holland and Fiziev, because I'm like, man, I feel great about Holland, but it's like, what if RDA survives Fiziev's shit? And this is a 5-rounder. And RDA, I was rewatching the him and Paul Felder fight, and dude, he was grinding Felder up against the cage, dude. And I'm like, man, if he does that to Fiziev for a couple rounds, and then I watched RDA versus Kevin Lee, where he survived Lee going crazy on him for 2 rounds, and then he ended up arm triangle in Kevin Lee when it was his turn to do some damage. So yeah, man, I would think that RDA should be minus 280 here, to be honest. And I haven't even really looked at the odds much today because I was doing a whole bunch of stuff, but I would think that he would be like that, you know what I mean? Because short notice for Moicano's good, but he's good at jiu-jitsu too, and RDA's gonna have better wrestling, probably better striking, and just as good, if not better, jiu-jitsu. So I don't know how Moicano wins. And Moicano, short notice, I don't know how he wins this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put a bet on RDA and maybe match him up with another person just to get a plus money.
I might even bet because I don't know about the over-under, because RDA, I think, finishes him though, because Moicano's been finished a lot,
True.
And yeah, so I don't know about the over/under, but I'm definitely gonna bet RDA. I'll say that right now. Tomorrow when I go
at minus 165, that's a good line.
Yeah, that seems really crazy because he was, I'm
a 5 days short notice, 5-round fight. It doesn't
the guy that he's really better than everywhere.
True.
You know what I mean? And to me, if he grinds Moicano up against the cage, even lands a couple takedowns, gets a little ground and pound in that first or second round, dude, Moicano's going to be gassed. It's not like Moicano's fucking some power bar guy and stamina guy before anyways, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He has good submissions. He has good grappling. His boxing's okay, but he did catch Hernandez's our bad bets, though. Yeah.
It's another because there's putting these good underdogs, and then Moicano looks some of the best he's looked in his life, and they gave Hernandez at such good odds at that time.
That jumped out. Yeah, that jumped out at me, Hernandez. I really like that bet, but it didn't look good after, or the results didn't look good.
I hate that when you're like, this is my best one, and you're like,
just like Alvarez last week, I loved plus 245. I was all about it. And then just some
dude.
It was just unfortunate. I guess he broke a rib too.
Did he?
Yeah, so he got messed up.
That was like the scene from fucking Fight Club, man, where he break something beautiful and beat the shit out of Jared Leto.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn.
So Dirty Rag said, B money too long for a layoff for RDA to me. Moicano has been active. Yeah, RDA's been he hasn't fought in a little over a year, I believe, but I just can't back Moicano here with a 5-rounder with 5 days.
Well, a Moicano decision, because I can't see Moicano. RDA don't get finished. He didn't get finished by Kobe. Any of them, you know what I mean? He get finished by Usman, so I can't see Moicano fucking finishing him. But I also don't see if they both came in on full camps, I would still probably have to favor RDA. I mean, I was just fucking favoring Anthony Hernandez over Moicano, you know what I mean? So I definitely would be
me too, man. I totally agree. But RDA's last time he was finished was against Eddie Alvarez in 2016. It was a knockout in the first round.
3 times. And that was against Clay Guida, Jeremy Stevens, and he got a jaw injury. He didn't get KO'd against Guida. He just broke his jaw. So he had to stop. But but I mean, Moicano is tough, and he did look good. But man, I need him on a full camp and this and that, and then the line. But dude, Dos Anjos at -165 seems like a fucking steal. Are they doing a catch weight?
Yeah, it's 160 though.
And if it I could see them numbers making sense if this was a 3-round fight, but 5 rounds.
Yeah.
He's been going 5 rounds. Fucking the last part half of his
career. He's been training for 5 rounds. Moicano hasn't been training for 5 rounds.
But with RDA, he's always had good cardio and stuff. So it's not like gonna be like he's gonna slow it. But I like RDA. I'm gonna bet him tomorrow. I'm gonna bet him.
So we'll move on up to the main event, which could be a good parlay piece for RDA actually. Colby Covington and Jose Masvidal. So for me, I got Colby. I just think he's the better fighter. Jorge is dangerous. Don't get me wrong, but I think he's only going to be dangerous in the first round, maybe second. But Colby's going to grind on him. He's just going to. And Colby has pretty decent striking. If you go back to the Usman fight, especially the last one, not the first one, but the last one, he stood toe to toe with Usman with his striking, and he looked pretty good. And he still had the better cardio in rounds 4 and 5. At least I think so. And it was a really close fight. I know Usman won, but there was a lot of debate that it should have been a draw. But either way, Usman would have still had the belt, so who cares? But now I think Covington's clearly number 2 in the division, and there's nobody even really that close right now. And this should be a Colby Covington fight all day.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. As long as he minds his P's and Q's and
yeah, as long as he's not foolish,
But he's got good striking. He's got good striking defense. He's obviously got the cardio advantage over George. He's got the wrestling advantage, the jiu-jitsu advantage. A lot of the advantages except like dynamic power striking. I mean, definitely George has better striking, but not for as long. In Jorge before the Askren, and he beat the shit out of Nate Diaz, but who else? He knocked out Darren Till. It's not he wasn't known as a knockout guy. He was actually a lose split decision guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had fucking 7 split decisions he lost. So but and that was a lot because he would fight good in the first half of the first round and second round, and then he started getting taken down and controlled and stuff. But he's a wiry, wild vet. But I'm with you where you say Kobe's like a level, like it's Usman and Kobe. And then there's like a gap because they're so fucking good. It's not like these other guys ain't that good. It's just that them dudes are so good that they just beat Usman and Kobe beat the shit out of anybody else they ever fight. Kobe's never even been in another great fight with anybody other than Usman. Yeah. Usman's main thing, really,
True.
So these guys are gonna know each other well, but like I said, I think that it would be nice for Colby to wrestle a lot because at first, I mean, but dude, if you watch even the first fight between Masvidal and Usman, man, Masvidal's got a pretty good takedown defense because Usman wasn't really able to get him down that first round. He came in on a real short notice, and he was getting him up against the cage and beating him up against the cage, but he wasn't really able to land the takedowns. When he did, Masvidal was working really good from his back, and had a good get-up game. But then obviously by the 3rd and 4th round, Masvidal slowed down. So it's gonna be a tough, grindy fight the first 3-4 rounds, and gonna be risky because anytime they're standing, obviously, but just for that first and second round, really. But it can be real crazy with Masvidal. But I got Colby. I hope he wrestles him a lot. Uses his fight IQ. Doesn't get in a slugfest with because a couple times Usman did that. Dude put his head down and bit down on the mouthpiece and started swinging, and Jorge cracked him a couple times. So he's definitely going to be faster and better at striking than Colby. It's not like Colby's striking looks really good against Usman and Usman with him because they both kind of got the same speed, the same power, and all that. But Jorge was, besides the fact he did get knocked out by Usman with that crazy shot, he still got faster, better striking, in my opinion. So
true, 100%.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm all over Kobe myself.
Yeah.
I got him. He's finished. That's why I wanted to. I got this. I never really do a 3-fight parlay, knock on wood. But I got Dustin Jacoby, Kevin Holland, and Kobe Covington.
Okay.
And I got 105 to win 182. So
yeah, that looks good to me. I might just do the RDA Colby Covington parlay right now. Like that's gonna be plus money right now.
And then you got the co-main and the main one. Just that's a pretty good parlay. Like I said, I'm gonna. I mean, if the and didn't it start the RDA minus like 200 or something? So
yeah, it was close. It was like I think it might have been like 190, but it was close to 200 for sure.
So because Moicano couldn't even have been training for nobody. He just won like 3 weeks ago, right? So
exactly.
I mean, I'm sure he's in shape, but like with the flight, all that, man. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm betting RDA.
I just don't. I can't. I mean, if he wins, good for him. But I just don't see a way he can win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, I got Kobe. I'll run down my official bets real quick.
Go ahead.
I got 8 bets in this week so far, but like I said, I'm gonna bet the RDA fight. I don't know if it'll get to be official or not. I'll put it on my YouTube and stuff, but or Instagram and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But my 8 bets, I got Bryce Mitchell. I got 2 units to win 1.3. I got Dustin Jacoby 2.35 units to win 1.3. Nick Negumereanu, I got 1.5 units to win 2 units. I got Ulanbekov Agapova parlay 1.85 units to win 2 units. I got Kevin Holland just straight bet 2 units to win 0.9. Greg Hardy 1.25 units to win 2.25 units. Yan 0.45 units to win 1 unit. And then my last one was that triple parlay, Dustin Jacoby, Kevin Holland, and Kobe Covington.
Yeah, they all look good. I mean, they all they're not bad bets. Like they all have a chance of winning.
You know, the Yan and Hardy bets are bad.
I mean, you're taking a stab. How much did you bet on that? Like 0.4, you said?
Yeah, 0.45 units.
So that's nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're just taking a shot.
I like the number. It's like I said, like I'm bet that's a value bet because I like the number. Like if it's even, I'm going Rodriguez. So a little close. But if all that money's there, I mean, sure. I don't. Yeah. So, but yeah. That
I mean, let's see what I got. I got Kevin Holland and Spivak parlay. I also got Nick Negumereanu. I can't say his last name. I got Agapova Rodriguez parlay because Fiziev fight got canceled.
Yeah.
I got Jacoby Holland and Nurmagomedov parlay. And then I got the over 2.5 in the Jacoby Oleksiejczuk fight just straight up. Yeah. So I'm probably going to add like 1 or 2. I usually add 1 or 2 more. Usually probably after weigh-ins. I like to see some fighters and see if I see like that one time, what's his name? Jason Witt? Is it Witt? Jason Witt? There's Philip Rowe. Oh. Because Jason Witt looked awful on the scale. So I'm like, dude, Rowe is going to demolish him. And he did. And so like, I always look at the, you don't always see like some tells on when you see the weigh-ins, but you can see a couple advantages. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do that RDA with somebody else parlay for sure. That's looking good right now for sure.
Yeah. That one's, there's just so many chalky guys anymore. I really like that Nick Nurmagomedov as an underdog. But like I said, he might not even be an underdog. He shouldn't be.
Yeah, I just don't think he should be. Dirty Reg said, I'm thinking Moicano late sub to be the first man to sub RDA. That's my stab play in round 4 or 5.
That's got to pay good, dude.
That's got to be like plus 2,000 at least.
Hey, man, sometimes you got to take a stab. You never know.
That's right. BCS said Covington wins, but slightly concerned about the judges. You always got to be concerned about the judges.
Yeah, BCS is right. We didn't even talk about that. That's genius, dude. There's nothing that makes me madder than capping a fight right. Your guy freaking wins, and then they call the other person. You're just like,
exactly. He also said there's no question the UFC is hoping Masvidal wins.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I don't think that they care either way. They want to promote somebody.
They want to draw, dude.
That's what they want. They want to draw off the pay-per-view. They want people to buy the pay-per-views, which I get.
Because both of these guys already lost to Usman twice. So it's like I don't know if even the winner of this gets another shot. Even though, like, I swear I thought Kobe won that second fight, dude. Like he got
so
beat
close.
the first,
Yeah,
he got
yeah.
knocked in the second, but he won the third, fourth, and fifth. Because I rewatched it for this fight. I rewatched both of them doing tape study for this Masvidal fight, and it's like I felt like he freaking won the third, fourth, and fifth. Like I thought a couple times he had Usman where he almost finished him. He was kneeing him in the gut and all that, and had him hurt a couple times. Respect bets.
Okay, so
yeah.
wants me to repeat the bets real quick. I'll do it. So I got the over 2.5 rounds in the Justin Jacoby and Oleksiejczuk fight. I got a 3-fighter parlay of Jacoby, Holland, and Nurmagomedov. I got a 2-fighter parlay of Agapova and Rodriguez. I just bet Nurmagomedov straight up as an underdog, and I got a 2-fighter parlay of Holland and Spivak. And I'm going to probably add RDA and somebody else. If you want to check my Twitter or Instagram, I'll put that up as soon as I do that. Let me get to these next one, though. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so RDO said, I don't know if the UFC is hoping Masvidal wins. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't think they really care. They just want to promote somebody, one of these two. Whoever wins, they're going to promote the shit out of them.
Yeah, both of them are pretty promotable. So, yeah. But maybe Masvidal more. I like Masvidal a lot, though.
Yeah. Zero Bob said 170 division, okay. It's good now, but there's a couple good guys coming, at least 2 or 3 good guys coming up. Rachmanov, Chimaev. Like, once those guys start coming up the rankings, 170 is going to be good.
Yeah. There's some good dudes 170 coming up. Even, I mean, you got Sean Brady. But
yeah, he's good. But, I mean, he's young, though. Isn't he like 25?
Yeah, he's young. Yeah.
Okay, so he has time for improvement, too. RDO says, do you think we can have a rematch between Colby and Masvidal?
Oh, yeah. If this is a killer fight or something weird happens, for sure.
If they sell a lot of pay-per-views and they can do a rematch.
Back and forth, split decision, Kobe.
Yeah.
And they fight again. I 3 times. I would love it because I love both these guys, man. They're both up.
Zero Bob said Chimaev needs to come up. Yep, he's coming up soon. Like, give him 2 more fights for sure. 1 or 2 at least.
Right.
And BCS said Covington isn't getting pay-per-view points, which says a lot. Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, shit.
Well, no one's getting pay-per-view points, and if he's not, right? Because there's no titles on the line in this one, so no champion's going to get anything. I thought they would get something.
I wonder what this will sell compared to, like, Kobe versus Usman. Because I think this fight's like almost like a little too late. And I mean, I love it, but like this was really brewing like a couple years ago, like 2 years ago.
It was. It's a little too late. But Covington was going for the title again, so I totally get it. And then Masvidal was losing. So
see, what they should have done was after Usman beat Kobe and then Usman beat Masvidal, they should have had Masvidal and Kobe fight then, and then the winner fight Usman again, and then maybe them guys fight again to see. But yeah, no, I hope these guys fight 10 times, honestly, because they're both great.
So BCS said Masvidal is getting pay-per-view points.
Nice. Masvidal's the seller then. Yeah, Masvidal's
So then maybe the UFC does want Masvidal away.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's selling this fight more because they both sell it. So it's like you'd figure they'd both be getting almost the same pay and everything,
You know what I was thinking too? Like, I don't have a bet on Colby Covington or Masvidal fight at all. And I kind of wanted to stay away from it because I don't know what's going to happen. Because I think that you don't know if the UFC is going to play a part. Like, I'm not going to say conspiracy theories or anything. I'm not that crazy into those. But with the judges, like someone said, like, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I won't do Covington. Maybe I'll just watch that fight just to be.
I got him in my 3-fighter parlay because I put $100 and I wanted Jacoby Holland after Fiziev got canceled. But I'm like, I might as well throw Kobe, and I think Kobe's going to win. I mean, he's that good.
I think he is too.
The whole aura around, and I love Jorge Masvidal, but the whole aura around him is from that Askren KO, the Till KO, and then which we're finding out Darren Till ain't that good, and Askren was old and dad bod at that time, and then he beat up Nate Diaz at 170, who he's just so much faster. But dude, I was watching that fight again as tape for this, and like, if I know Diaz was talking shit, but dude, that like by the end of the second, it looked like he started connecting a little more on Masvidal, and like that could have got crazy in the 4th and the 5th because Masvidal does slow down, but they stopped it with the eye thing. But
yeah.
Yeah, man. I think Kobe wins this.
Yeah. Raphael said, guys, I'm sorry for the comment about Ribas's feet. After that, a lot of weird comments about feces. Was not my intent. It's just that I really fell in love with Amanda's feet. Hey, man, you can't. People want to say what they want to say. I mean, it's fine. Hey, whatever. But it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it, man.
No, but
do you like feet? You like feet.
I got Kobe.
Ishmael, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm sorry. I got Kobe all day. I think Kobe wins, but man, I'm thinking about the judges too much because
you're gonna have the bet sweats the first couple rounds.
Yeah,
it goes to the judges, but I mean, because that's fun. It's gonna be dangerous, but you got Kobe. I got Kobe on.
And then Dirty Reg said, I think Kobe subs Masvidal late.
He could. He was on the way to Tyron Woodley before he quit.
Yep. And then BCS said, don't forget Masvidal has lost to guys that are nowhere near the level of Covington, which is very true. We just said Covington is like number 2, and then there's Usman on top.
Quinta at 155.
Ooh.
He lost to Wonder Boy. He lost to Damian Maia. He's lost to a lot of people. They were all really close fights, but still a lot. Yeah, them dudes are nothing on Kobe. So yeah, he's right on that for sure.
Yep. All right. So you got any more tidbits of the night?
No, just if anybody on here, because me and you comment on our stuff a lot. If you haven't seen my shows on YouTube, go check it out. Before we started this, I just dropped my official bets video for this week. So go hit that like and subscribe button and drop me a comment if you like what we're saying. And hopefully we'll be doing this again here soon. I've been off work so much lately, we get to do it. But
hey, I enjoy it. It's great. Definitely check out his channel if you haven't already. Check out his new video just came out today. And check out mine as well. I just put out a video, I think yesterday, for my bets video. And go ahead and hit that like button right now on the live stream if you haven't. And we will do this more often. I don't know if it'll be Wednesdays. We don't have a really set schedule. So we'll just kind of bring it up and we'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well,
thanks
for hanging out, guys. Appreciate it. And I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Later, Johnny.